Any diamond, any price, anywhere. You cannot get any closer to the source than International Diamond Center.
His competitive spirit, his leadership, his passion for quality.
The finest quality at the best price, guaranteed.
Anybody that sees it on her hand, they're going to be going, where'd you get that diamond?
And who can forget Keith's fun side?
If you don't come to IDC, you are nuts. You're going to get a bigger, better diamond for less at IDC, period.
As we mourn his passing, Keith LeClaire's spirit will always be alive and well at IDC. And his other family members carry on his legacy. His voice, his teachings, his vision will continue to guide us into the future. And the core values of IDC will never change.
I want you to be protected. I want you to make sure you're getting what you paid for. It's a commitment from our family. It's our blood. It's our heart behind it. It's our trust. It's our integrity.
International Diamond Center. Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia. Online at shopidc.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by We Paint Everything. Visit WePaintEverything.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Rich. R-I-C-H. Rich. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. And don't forget to answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Wednesday edition of The Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a good program for you this afternoon. We'll get you caught up on what's happening in the world. We'll do that around 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock hour to Animal House. Cora Bertram, one of our favorite guests, will be dropping by from Save the Manatee Club. We'll also talk to Scott Maxwell from the Orlando Sentinel. 5 o'clock hour, it's trivia. We'll end it up with a call from our buddy Ross Padgett. And heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer, Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Find us easily on social. Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show, and X just at Jim Colbert Show, and of course every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can check us out on YouTube. Get involved with our question of the day. If you want to send a talkback, that's easy as well. Grab the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack. We will get you on the air.
Superstar.
And you can be a superstar. That's right. Your 3 o'clock keyword is rich. R-I-C-H. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000, guys. Rich. That is the word. Go get the money. Like Jack says, if you're playing the game, phone on, phone up, and answer the damn thing when you call, when you get a call there, because that's how they tell you you've won.
Let's get a couple more winners.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
And it's going to say no caller ID. Pick it up anyway.
Yeah. Call restricted, no caller ID. We don't know.
Yeah, area code you don't know.
We just know if you're playing the game, answer your phone.
Yeah, we're kind of making a little bit of a run here after having a very slow start.
Finally.
I know.
Finally.
What, 2 winners yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Gets us 7 right now. And
Yeah.
This ends on Friday, so we'd like to get
At least 2 more. Get to 10, right?
That would
would
be great.
Yeah, get to 10, and I think that'd be fine as well. Good Wednesday for you guys?
So far, so good.
Yeah. Today had a home inspection as I tried to find another company to reduce my homeowner's insurance.
Oh.
Now, let's all be honest. That is truly the Raiders of the Lost Ark. I mean,
It really is, dude.
You're more likely to find the Ark of the Covenant than you are to find better insurance rates in the state of Florida.
My wife is pretty persistent. She found somebody who offered us a really good rate, so they come over and do the inspection. We'll find out how that went. He was only on property for a half an hour or so. They take pictures of the walls and stuff.
Did he look under your sinks? The cabinets in your sink.
They tell you that. Matter of fact, he kind of warned you right up front. Hey, I'm going to take some pictures of your walls and your ceilings. I'm also going to open up every drawer or cabinet where there's water so I can look at your plumbing.
Oh, okay.
And then he walked around the house outside and took some photographs out there, looked at my garage, and then off he went, 35 minutes or so.
Did he ask you the age of your roof?
He did not ask me the age of the roof. I think they fly a drone up there now and do a little inspection of that. That's what he said he was going to do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
they have a little drone. He goes, I'll fly up there and check that out. I'm like, well, he didn't have a chopper with him. So he said, yeah, we'll take our drone and fly around and take some photographs and whatnot.
You know what I love about this part of the story, Jimmy, is that people in positions of power know that they can pretty much roll up anytime, regardless of whatever your appointment may be. Because what are you going to do?
There's nothing I can do. And by the way, he came at the very end because they always give you that window. He'll be there from 8 until 11. 8 and 11, you're perfectly fine. Then you go, you trust them that they're going to do what they say they're going to do, and you build the rest of your schedule around them getting there between 8 and 11. Dude shows up at like 11:50. Like, no call, no text, no nothing, saying going to be late.
You know why?
Putting me a half an hour behind. Why?
You know why?
Because he can.
Because he's the inspector.
Right, exactly. You do whatever the hell he
What
wants.
are you going to do?
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Would you guys like to help settle a bit of a bet?
Oh, love it.
Do we get any money? Do we get anything?
You don't get anything, but
right.
you'll get the satisfaction of either helping me or the real satisfaction of shutting me down.
I'm in.
I knew he would. I knew he'd love that. This is a bit of this is not even an argument. This was a discussion between my daughter and myself.
Okay.
All right.
So
It's nice to know you're not arguing with your children.
Well, yeah, but my wife is out of town. It'd probably be about her.
Okay. This is really just truly one click below an argument.
Yeah. This was a no, you don't. I'm like, well, yeah, you do. I'm like, no, you don't. And she's like, yeah, you do. Okay, so when you buy ricotta cheese,
She's right.
When you buy ricotta cheese, sour cream, or Greek yogurt, or anything like that,
Right.
Yeah.
and you take the lid off of said container,
Right.
Yeah.
what is there?
Smell.
There's a little bit of liquid on the top.
No, there's not.
Oh, no. Okay. When you take it, there's like a foil.
Oh, yeah, there's a film thing there,
yeah,
isn't there?
Yeah, film or
and
foil thing.
And you pull that film back.
Correct.
Do you take that film off and throw it away, or do you peel it just enough where there's enough of the flap still stuck to the thing, and then you flap that back down over the product before you put the lid back on?
I'm going to guess that we don't need to ask what position or side you're on.
Yeah. Guess what?
There's no way you could tell by that opening statement which side of this argument I've taken.
I think I can. However,
yes, we can. It's simple semantics.
However, I think you might even make a good argument for it. However, I peel it off completely and throw it away.
I have taken it off, but
I don't want to have to deal with it anymore. Yeah.
But I can see why you keep it on, A, for freshness,
Yeah.
and B, to keep the lid just a little bit neater so you don't get any of that funky stuff touching the top.
The freshness argument makes sense until you're about halfway down the container where the flap doesn't have anything to rest on, and it's just kind of flapping down there, picking up all the leftover yogurt. So when you dig it out of there, you got yogurt or ricotta or sour cream all over your hand.
This sounds very personal.
You take it off and you throw it away.
That's what I do.
You don't flap it back over the product because it's a damn mess.
But that's
and
a
my daughter, I know when she's been there. Everything's flapped over the product.
Just let him go, Jack. As soon as he winds down, we'll pick back up.
And now I got this yogurt ricotta flap that I have to dodge and wipe my hand off every 5 seconds.
He's almost done.
And it doesn't keep it any fresher.
I think he might be done.
I'm done.
I do the same thing, and I still think he's wrong.
That's just because you guys have the funkiest relationship of anyone I've
Look,
ever known.
That seal
I've never thought about it.
That seal is for shelf life. It is not for the product after you've opened it. The product has a shelf life. The lid that's on top of it is going to keep the product fresh as it possibly can for the extension of that shelf life. These are dairy products. They're not indefinite.
Do you see any benefit in leaving that that foil film on?
Sure, if you want a ricotta glove every time you get to go in there and have to use the product, yeah.
Wow.
Do you think it might seal it a little better?
Listen, it doesn't help it at all. It doesn't even extend the life of it 1 minute. That's my contention. Not even 1 minute.
Mm.
And now every time I go on my fridge, because my daughter comes over and hangs out with the grandbaby all the time, and I got to go in there. I keep food in there for her so she can make stuff to eat. And everything's got that stupid flap just coated in like sour cream or ricotta or yogurt. And every time I try to grab the flap, I'm covered in it.
Yeah,
you know me. I'm a moron as it is. I can barely eat anything without wearing it.
Have you ever thought about knitting?
No.
You want to arm him?
No.
No, I'm trying to calm him.
You want to give him those two pointy things?
It's 3:08 and flaps him a setup,
C-Lane texted and he goes, I opened one the other day and it literally told me on the flap to throw it away.
There you go.
It says, like, it didn't even say keep it, but she contends like it keeps it fresher longer. I'm like, baby girl, it does not.
Do a test side by side.
No, I'm not doing a stupid test. It's not that important, but I'm glad you guys agree with me. Thank you. now she owes me a load of folded clothes.
Yeah. I actually do agree with you, and that's I will tear it off and be done with it.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I want one other quick question before we get moving into topics and stuff and get over to news. Is there still layaway in America?
Some stores have brought it back.
Now, but do they call it that? Do they call it?
I think they call it buy now, pay later.
Do you think that people who are listening to the show now, who are maybe in their 30s, even know what layaway means? Maybe even in your early 40s. Is that a specific thing that kind of went away when we were even kids? And for people who do not know what layaway is, you go to a store, you want a product, you say, hey, I want that product right there. They pull that product off the shelf for you, set it in the back, and you make payments on it until it's paid for, and you come and get it. It's like the opposite of a credit card, where a credit card, you pay for it right then, you're paying interest on it, you get to take it away as you want. But you still have to pay the credit card for the product.
And probably bigger before credit cards were so prevalent, right?
Yeah, and the reason I bring that up, it's actually coming back. The idea of layaway is now starting to kind of eat into credit card companies' business because people are like, I'm not using credit cards. I'm not paying 15% interest on stuff. So what they're doing is they're getting rid of that. What's the that instant gratification of buying something when you want it immediately?
I was going to say the Scott Brown approach.
Yes.
Is you find the satisfaction in delayed gratification.
That's exactly what it says, dude. A lot of people in America have kind of eschewed the credit card thing. They're like, man, I'm getting buried by these things. I can't get out from under this. And of course, everybody knows like one of the worst things you could do as a young person is get yourself buried in 17 to 22% credit card debt because you make that minimum payment. You're paying like $1 toward the principal, and it'll take you 17,000 years to pay off your Sears card.
Oh, that's okay. They're too busy pouring that money into sports betting. Don't worry, Jimmy. We've taken care of that issue.
That's why they need to say.
Exactly.
Is that the new youth IRA or youth 401k is sports betting?
I mean, it's worse. It's setting them up for financial failure before they've even gotten a foot in the door.
Yeah, it was kind of a bit of a revelation to read that younger generations are they're embracing the layaway idea instead of the instant gratification of getting the product right then at 13, 15, 18, 22%, whatever the case may be, that they'll kind of go to the store, they'll let them lay it away, they'll pay for it, and then they go get the product after the fact.
It's also interesting because they've also found that Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they're also bringing the malls back.
Oh, are they really?
Because they make more purchases in person than they do online, and that makes sense with the credit cards and the layaway and the instant gratification because they're also against the whole fast fashion.
Right, yeah.
You know, they're more likely to go to a thrift store and give new life to a piece of clothing rather than buy something brand new.
Dude, you hear about the deal they're trying to build out at the old Flea World? For people who don't know Orlando, if you're out of the area, there was an area over in Seminole County, which is probably about 20 miles from where we are now, and it was called Flea World, and it was this gigantic permanent flea market that you could go to, and it was kind of fun to go to once a year to kind of wander around.
Yes.
It was just like one of those things you just felt you had to do as an Orlandoan or Central Floridian is go to Flea World.
I saw Elvis perform there.
Yeah,
really?
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
Like a rite. It
was
Elvis. It was like a rite of passage, right? For if you're in Orlando.
I'm sorry, I got to spoon feed this to them. It was an Elvis impersonator.
Oh, sorry.
And didn't they have an elephant named Elvis as well? but so they're building an entire complex there. Goodwill just actually pitched to build a 180,000 square foot complex there.
It would work.
Not all of that is for the retail store.
A portion of it, then the rest would be offices.
Distribution for Goodwill. It would be a hub for them to bring in donations and then distribute that out to the other Goodwill retail stores throughout Orlando. And it's like a kind of a questionable thing because, I mean, 180,000 square foot of Goodwill, that's a lot of Goodwill.
Yeah, it is. I think they have one of those larger ones down on OBT near the Florida Mall.
Yeah, down by Taft. They do because my wife calls it the bins. So when you go to that one there, that's not going to, they ain't nothing hung up at the bins.
No.
The bins is just you see a bunch of legs from old ladies dangling out of a giant bin. It's them diving it, like dumpster diving, looking for any luxury tag that they can resell online. And the Goodwill thing actually has kind of lost its luster as well because now they're onto it. And where you could used to get a $5 shirt, like a brand name $5 shirt, now those shirts are like $9.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've just realized people have started kind of going to Goodwill looking for any relief to buy clothing retail. And people have kind of figured out the Goodwill thing works because there's name brands there. You can get it for a fourth of the price. Wash it one time and you're good to go. But not anymore, boy. They know now.
You wash it?
Yeah, wash it, man. You got to wash it.
Doesn't it come washed?
No, I'm not going to. What are you doing, dude?
You wash a brand new shirt before you wear it?
Yes, no, not a brand new shirt. I wash it from Goodwill though.
So you're good with all the like rat poison and chemicals and fire retardant material from the warehouse?
The only thing I do that with is sheets.
You'll wash the sheets.
When I get brand new sheets, we'll wash the sheets just to get that that formaldehyde off of them or whatever.
Because you're going to be laying on those 2 weeks before they see a washing machine again.
100%. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Deb got some news.
Yeah, the Trump administration indicts Raul Castro. A grieving mom asks for stricter e-bike regulations in Orange County, and a driver is arrested for testing his Cybertruck's Wade mode. And wait till you hear this dude's name. It writes itself.
Can I tell you something? You had me at Cybertruck.
We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
All right, guys, don't forget Rich, R-I-C-H. That is your 3 o'clock keyword. Get over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000 back with Deb's News and more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay put.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You got a couple options because that ramp from I-4 westbound to Florida's Turnpike's going to be closed for a while. You can use the Direct Connect ramp from the express lanes, take OBT south, re-enter the Turnpike from there, exit Kirkman Road and loop back around eastbound on I-4 or continue west on I-4 and use the beach line to reconnect farther south. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Pro-Life Across America.
Hi, I'm Angie. Did you know a billboard can save a baby's life? It's true. You can make a difference by helping us spread the pro-life message to reach those who are struggling with an unplanned pregnancy. Please make a gift today. Visit prolifeacrossamerica.org.
Man, oh man, if you live in Central Florida and you step outside, you know what time of year it is. 93 degrees today, and I don't know if you looked at your weather map. It ain't going down anymore, guys. It's here. The summer is amongst us, and it is going to be hot, 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 and humid. That's why you need Mills Air on your side. These guys have been doing this for 30-plus years right here in Central Florida, and this is keeping you and your family nice and comfortable all summer long. And right now is the time to get their preventive maintenance plan, like a tune-up for your AC system to make sure it's good to go for the summer. Their techs can do that for you. Not to mention, they can service any brand out there. Don't worry about what kind of AC you have. Mills can repair that. But check this. If you do need a new unit, Mills Air's got you covered. These guys are Carrier factory authorized dealers, and that is super important. How about up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit? You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to Mills Air. These guys are family owned and operated, and you feel it the instant you get the first service from them. Just the most wonderful people giving you the best service out there. Family owned and operated, ready to help you right now. 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. MillsAir.com.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
Does Florida care about AIDS? Somewhere in the state tonight, a mother is rationing the pills that keep her alive. On June 30th, she and 12,000 others will permanently lose access to Florida's AIDS drug program and the insurance support that keeps them healthy. After that, people start dying. Not in theory, in emergency rooms across this state. This isn't a budget problem. It's a choice. Go to ahf.org/ADAP. 1 minute could save thousands of lives.
Hey, y'all, it's me, Savannah, and Gatorland's 77th birthday is coming in hot. So join us for Gator Palooza. Monsters in the Morning live on Friday, May 29th. Florida Man Challenge Saturday, May 30th. And the Dunk Tank Competition May 31st on Sunday. Live music, DJs, food, giveaways, and best of all, Florida residents get half off. Come celebrate Gatorland's birthday with us at Gator Palooza. Laugh and make some memories.
Looking for something different to do this month? Come explore the St. Johns River on the St. Johns River Ship. The St. Johns River Ship is packed with unforgettable events on the water, from elegant themed high tea cruises to high energy nights like Rockin' on the River, live shows, and specialty dinner cruises. Celebrate holidays, theme parties, or just enjoy a night out with incredible food, entertainment, and scenic views. Don't miss what's coming up next on the river. Visit stjohnsrivershipco.com. That's stjohnsrivershipco.com.
Want to sell your home, but you want to make sure that it sells on on your timeline? Work with the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty and you've got options. Skip the hassles of a traditional sale and close on your home in as little as 14 days with the Nickley Group's Guaranteed Cash Offer program. Or take advantage of their Buy Before You Sell program and avoid the stress of having to sell your current home before you buy your next home. Go to thenickley.com or Google the Nickley Group.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
When you've got a one-track mind, you go where the cravings take you.
Welcome to Racetrack.
Breakfast that satisfies. Snacks that sing. Drinks that refresh. It's a stop that pulls you in. We don't blame you for having a one-track mind, because once you stop at Racetrack, no other stop will do.
Same time tomorrow?
You know it. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
Life doesn't follow a script. Divorce, car accidents, and business disputes. When life gets complicated, you need more than just a lawyer. You need a law firm with a reputation built on excellence, respected by peers, trusted by the community, and proven inside the courtroom. At TK Law, we've spent decades guiding clients through life's toughest moments with dignity and respect. Visit onefirmforlife.com. TK Law, your one firm for life.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
My name's Michael Green. I'm a captain with the fire department.
When Captain Green went shopping for an engagement ring, he shopped dozens of jewelry stores, but he found the best price, the best quality, and the best service at International Diamond Center.
I probably wasn't the easiest customer. I was pretty picky, and those guys were completely patient. They helped me find exactly what I was looking for, and a huge help through the whole thing. It's everything from when you walk to the door to, all the help we got to the pricing and the quality of the diamond.
And the icing on the cake? IDC's extra 15% discount for first responders and military, people on the front lines of service.
Yeah, it's definitely not a career you get into to get rich. When it comes to those sorts of things, we're kind of working off of a budget. But I've referred a few guys at work to the crew over there at International Diamond Center, and they've all been happy with it.
If you're a first responder, you'll always get the red carpet at IDC. White glove service, special financing, and a generous extra discount.
Had nothing but a wonderful experience with International Diamond Center. Really looked out for me and my family.
3 Orlando locations and always online at shopidc.com.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Proof that we have a face for radio. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Hey, I don't know, this is kind of a random question, but you guys with teenagers in your home in the past or currently, do forks go missing? Do they just walk away? Are the teenagers throwing them away?
Look under the bed, dude.
Where are my forks?
They're under the bed.
I don't know how many
They're under the bed.
I've bought forks in the past 4 months.
Just go look under the bed,
Please
buddy.
help me.
Yeah.
Forks.
If I'm lying, I'm dying, and I hope she's listening right now because she's at my house right now with the baby.
Yeah.
When we moved from the last property we lived in when they were living with us full time, on my life, when we moved her bed, there were 4 bowls of cereal, 2 bowls of ice cream, and a quarter of our total cutlery under her bed. True story. She thinks it's so funny. Every time I tell the story of Mixed Company, she literally laughs until she pees herself. She thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Rich, that's R-I-C-H. That is your 3 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We want you to get to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Remember, we only have a couple more days. Friday's the last day.
By the way, we have a bunch of talkbacks all about the sour cream lid, too, and that's all upcoming. We have a lot of talkbacks coming.
Very nice.
Today.
That's also our question of the day. So if you want to go to JimColbertLive.com, pop into the YouTube feed, and we would love to get your vote because, believe it or not, we did get a bunch on the texting service, but I can't really get a meter of who or how is winning. So we'll do that later on the show. That's our question of the day. Do you peel that film away or do you leave it there? Welcome back. I'm Jim. Jack is right there, and Deb has your news. Let's get it.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, does this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. The Trump administration is indicting former Cuban President Raul Castro. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche says the 94-year-old Castro is facing criminal conspiracy charges in connection with a 1996 incident where Cuban fighter jets shot down 2 planes operated by a group of Miami-based Cuban exiles, killing 4 American pilots.
Today, we are announcing an indictment charging Raul Castro and several others with conspiracy to kill U.S. nationals.
Now, the Justice Department maintains the planes were flying over international waters. The indictment follows months of White House economic and diplomatic pressure on Cuba's communist regime to make significant economic and political reforms. Part of the pressure campaign includes cutting off Cuba's main source of oil from Venezuela, and Trump hinting at, in his words, taking Cuba. The 94-year-old is the younger brother of former Cuban leader Fidel Castro. Raul Castro served as Cuba's president from 2008 to 2018. He was the defense minister during this Brothers to Freedom event in 1996. All right, Secretary of State Marco Rubio is delivering a direct message to the people of Cuba, offering what he calls a new relationship with the United States. In a Spanish language video marking Cuban Independence Day, Rubio said Cuba's current hardships are the result of corruption and control by the country's leadership and military-run businesses. The former Florida senator said the U.S. is prepared to provide $100 million in food and medical aid, but only through trusted groups like the Catholic Church. Rubio said a better future is possible with free election and business opportunities, but argues change must come from within Cuba.
Yeah, crushing sanctions didn't help for the years either, did it?
No, but then here's the problem. These people are hungry and in the dark. I mean, what else do you expect them to effing do?
They're literally Mad Maxing it down there.
They're literally Mad Maxing it.
Lighting street fires with old clothes.
I don't know. I mean, I get where he's coming from, but at the same time, the plight of the people. All right, voters in Orange County are going to be asked to reapprove a special tax to fund the school district. The school board voted yesterday to put a referendum on November's ballot asking voters to approve a $1 mil property tax. Voters have approved this tax every 4 years since 2010, and it's expected to generate over how much a year for the next 4 years if this $1 mil property tax is approved?
So total for the 4 years?
Yeah, this would be a year for the next 4 years.
100 million.
50 million.
$260 million.
Damn, really?
Yeah, a year for the next 4 years, which, as you can imagine, they could use that money.
Yeah, of course.
The board rejected a proposal to set aside some of the money for teacher raises, and Superintendent Maria Vasquez is okay with that. She says, listen, she needs the money to maintain the current level of service, and if they had to use some of that for raises, she'd then have to cut hundreds of positions. Vasquez says she may ask for a tax hike in 2 years. And that would be to support teacher raises.
Mm-hmm.
All right, testimony is being heard today in the House Judiciary Committee during a hearing titled "The Southern Poverty Law Center Manufacturing Hate," end quote. Family Research Council President Tony Perkins says SPLC worked to deplatform and debank FRC.
The issue before this committee is larger than SPLC fraud. SPLC was the hub, but there are many spokes that made up this wheel designed to crush Christians and conservatives.
So Maya Wiley, president of the Leadership Conference on Civil and Human Rights, speaking for the Southern Poverty Law Center during today's hearing, argues the organization is being targeted because it's effective in fighting hate.
The SPLC is far too busy fighting hate to manufacture it. But the fact that SPLC is being criminally charged for its work only shows how much work it has to do.
So a federal grand jury indicted the SPLC for allegedly funding the Ku Klux Klan. All right, a classroom display may cost one Hillsborough County teacher her job. I can't understand why.
What happened?
A video posted online Monday shows Barrington Middle School art teacher Karen, pay attention to this last name, Savage.
Okay.
Setting up a display that included hanging a black baby doll from a cord under a TV set.
Ooh. Why would you do that?
Student Noah Carter said yesterday he recorded the video so that he would have proof. His mom, Nina Williams, tells News Channel 8 her son saw that during the art class on Monday and is shaken to his core.
Wow.
I don't expect something like this to come out of any school, any age group, anything, especially in 2026. This is not something I wanted my child to experience. This is something that's going to stick with him forever.
So like I said, there is phone video to back up the claim, and Williams' son claims the teacher even followed him and talked over him as he went to report the display.
Wow.
Superintendent Van Ayers called the display unacceptable and says Savage has been removed from the school. Noah's mom tells 8 on Your Side again she doesn't expect to see anything like this to come from any school in 2026.
That's pretty crazy.
A grieving mother is pleading for changes after her son was killed in an e-bike accident in Orange County. Colton Remsburg's mom, Ashley, went before the county commission yesterday. I give this woman so much credit. I mean, it was just Mother's Day that she lost her 13-year-old son who was riding an e-bike in Lake Nona last week on his way to Publix to buy his mom Mother's Day flowers when he was hit by a pickup truck. Ashley asked the commission to require e-bike and e-scooter riders to take driver safety courses. Now, not only that, she says it's not because parents are failing, but because every additional layer of education matters. Fox 35 reports commissioners may also require helmets and impose a speed limit.
Yeah, did she mention why he wasn't wearing a helmet while on the bike? I mean,
as I was telling you, I had started watching her interview. She actually did an interview with Fox 35 where she basically lays out how the day had happened. It was 13 minutes from the time that she had last spoken to her son about plans to, okay, get ready. I'm coming home from the beach. I'm coming home to pick you up, and we're going to go to the theme parks. And in those 13 minutes, her entire life changed. Oh. I do believe she does address that. But Jimmy, you were coming in as I was listening to the interview.
Yeah.
And I don't like to watch things that involve parents when other parents walk in the room because I can imagine how tragic it is.
Yeah.
I had the honor of taking my daughter through the intersection that I ran while on a moped, playing moped tag, and where I hit a car and they had to chuck my outline into the center of the street.
Really?
I showed my daughter this spot. But fortunately for me, and the reason I'm still here is because that happened a week after the helmet law for mopeds. And there is no difference between e-bikes than that. And they should have helmets. And also, yes, testing.
Testing, speed limits.
We used to have to get a license to ride a moped. It's a motorized, pedal bicycle but there's no difference.
There is no difference.
They haul ass though. I mean, they go.
They do. Yeah. And like we had talked about before in Colton's case, he didn't have a broken bone, but because he'd hit his head so hard, it was just not survivable.
Yeah.
You need to make it a law.
You really do. Unfortunately, that's the only way I think a lot of people are going to listen. And I think it helps parents because then parents don't have to be the heavy, right? Parents can say, listen, I'm sorry, but it's the law. You don't want to have to pay this ticket. I'm not going to pay this ticket.
Right. I mean, it's also, you look at them and go, look, I want you to be around.
Exactly.
And you don't want to be a situation where you just make a wrong turn or maybe a dog comes out in front of you and you have to swerve and you hit your head on a curb. It doesn't have to be so nefarious all the time.
It
doesn't have to be
not
a drunk driver or anything like that. It could be something totally innocuous that has the same exact effect.
And Trigger sand in the side of the road.
Yeah. And then in this case with Colton's accident, the driver remained on the scene. So it wasn't wasn't a hit and run. It was truly a tragic accident. But like in your case, Jack, a helmet would have made all the difference.
And don't play moped tag.
And
kids.
don't play moped tag. Don't play any kind of tag like that. And that includes at the gas pump. You might want to wear a helmet at the gas pump just so that as you bang your head forward as you're about to put in your credit card, you won't give yourself a concussion because the price of gas is up another 9 cents in Florida.
I did not see that today. I didn't pay attention because I got gas last night at $4.59, which was apparently a great investment today.
Yeah, well, it is because AAA reports the average is $4.52 a gallon, and Q, the texting service at 77031, which will come back and say, no, sorry, it's $6.
$88 last night to fill up my truck because I ran it down to the red.
So it cost me $40 to. I know. Now, that's just below the national average of $4.56. Diesel is also up 6 cents, now averaging $5.44 a gallon statewide. Our hearts go out to all of you folks who have to use diesel. All right, the holidays are right around the corner, and this is good news. AAA is bringing back its Tow to Go program for the Memorial Day weekend to help keep impaired drivers off the road across Florida. This free service offers a confidential ride home for someone and their vehicle within 10 miles. It runs from 6 p.m. Friday evening through early Tuesday morning. It's open to both members and non-members, but AAA says, listen, please let this be the option of truly last resort. AAA says the program should be a last resort and urges drivers to plan ahead before drinking or using impairing substances. And they offer this because they said one of the biggest reasons people will drive drunk is because they don't want to have to leave their car and then figure out how they're going to go get it the next day.
It's a convenience issue, and
it's
it always
a convenience.
Yeah. When you hear stories like that, it makes it even more infuriating.
Oh, yes, it does. All right, setting off fireworks this 4th of July could get you in trouble. I'm still waiting to find audio in this because Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer announced yesterday he's going to prosecute those who set off fireworks in places where there are burn bans. There's only 2 counties in Central Florida that don't have burn bans, and I believe both of them are on the coast.
Right, yeah.
So some counties and cities around the state, like I just said, have burn bans in effect because of the threat of wildfires during the drought. Agriculture Commissioner Wilton Simpson says those celebrating the 4th, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, could put the entire state on fire in one evening. We did get that talkback that said, I'm going to do it anyway. CFO and State Fire Marshal Blaise Ngoli encourages everyone to use common sense. I know Blaise is holding a press conference. Well, maybe he'll give us some more insight into that. All right, the NOAA, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, expected to release its official 2026 Atlantic hurricane season outlook on tomorrow. It's going to include predictions for the number of named storms, hurricanes, and major hurricanes, along with whether the season is expected to be below, near, or above average. Colorado State University says we're going to be a little below. The Atlantic hurricane season, if you're new to Florida, boys and girls,
welcome.
Yeah, because it officially begins June 1st and runs all the way to November 30th.
Right, yeah.
Emergency officials are encouraging people to review hurricane plans and supplies before the season starts because there's nothing like jockeying for that last loaf of bread and pack of batteries at a Publix.
Oh, man, there's nothing in the world like
good time, right?
Nothing in the world like fighting for it.
Good times.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I heard that the El Nino was going to be very, very prevalent this summer, and which would provide a dry summer, but yet a really wet winter. So I don't know how that's going to play out.
Actually, they're saying it could be a super El Nino.
Really?
Yeah, super El Nino.
Wow.
And with that
one's going to take antibiotics.
Well, it may. That one could actually disrupt the food supply.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we're expecting the super El Nino effects would be later toward the end of the year. And think of farmers and their crops and harvesting. So that's when. But you're right. We could be looking at a hotter, drier summer, but a wetter, cooler winter. All right, speaking of things that get wet and maybe sometimes shouldn't be.
Ooh.
No.
Okay.
A Texas man, Jimmy, a Texas man.
Oh, darn.
Keep the Texas part in mind. A Texas man is facing charges after he drove his Tesla Cybertruck into a lake in order to test out its wade mode. Grapevine police say the driver identified as Jimmy Jack McDaniel.
Oh, boy. That's my favorite bourbon. I love about 2 fingers of Jimmy Jack. Jimmy Jack McDaniel at the end of every day of my life. Pop a little Jimmy Jack in there, drive my stupid ass truck into a lake. What's more American than that?
Well, Jimmy Jack McDaniel made that claim Monday night when he went to take his Cybertruck for a spin in Grapevine Lake. The vehicle, I'm sure you're not surprised, became disabled.
Right, yeah.
Had to be removed from the lake with a wrecker.
That's right. I had to drive it out in the lake to keep the bitches away. Always bum rushing my Cybertruck.
McDaniel is facing charges of operating a vehicle in a closed section of a park, no valid boat registration. Kind of should need a boat, right? And water safety violations.
Jimmy Jacks don't need no registration. Says it right there, my name, Jimmy Jack, means I'm registered for everything. I was born with a hunting license. Jimmy Jack.
He's born with a hunting license.
That
That's the show title it does.
I was born with a hunting license. Keep it in my diaper.
Jimmy Jack McDaniel.
Jimmy Jack McDaniels.
Either way, that concludes your JCS News.
In his diaper.
7-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Rich is your 3 o'clock keyword, RICH. Make it over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
In my dog.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Real Music Weekends are Classic Alternative.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, this is Central Florida, Fox 35, Storm Team Meteorologist Snell Bergen here. Partly cloudy out there today. A couple of thunderstorms this evening, mainly areas west of Orlando, moving towards Tampa. Pretty similar for Thursday and Friday. Looking at humidity, though, that's the big headline for Memorial Day weekend. A noticeable uptick. Heat index each afternoon will be 100 to 105 in most locations, especially Sunday and Monday. If you're heading to the beaches, looks good, just a little windy over the weekend.
This report is sponsored by St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, and the beaches.
This summer, rediscover a place where every day gives your family more to take home than just a suntan. St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, and the beaches. Welcome to the new world. Explore Florida's historic coast.com.
Daytona Beach Poker brings casino table game action close to home. Feel the rush of Ultimate Texas Hold'em, 3-card poker, Pai Gow poker, Mississippi Stud, and more. With table game minimums starting at just $5 7 days a week, that's a great deal. Plus, Lucky North Rewards turns every hand you play into real rewards. Earn points for cash, food, and gift cards. And new members can win up to $150 in bonus cash. Daytona Beach Poker. Casino-style action, no Vegas required.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for your trade-in too. At Greenway Kia, over 40 dealerships bid for your trade, so you can be confident you're getting the best value possible for your trade-in. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Negative equity refinance. Expires 6/5/26.
Get ready for Memorial Day grilling with huge savings on premium brands at Tools Ace Hardware now through May 31st. Great deals on top grills from Weber, Napoleon, Big Green Egg, Gosney, Rectech, and more. Save up to $200 on Big Green Egg packages. Stock up on accessories, including 25% off Blackstone griddle accessories. Tools also has a huge selection of gourmet sauces, rubs, and seasonings, including Meat Church. Get free assembly and local delivery on all grill purchases $3.99 and up. Shop at any of their 14 Central Florida locations or online at acehardware.com. Tools Ace, your backyard place.
102 miles ago, the oil light came on. 100 miles ago, you noticed. Now, it's time to head to Take 5. This oil change, fall in love with your car all over again. In just 10 minutes, your dream technician will check your tire pressure, top off fluids, change your oil, and verify with Carfax exactly what your car really needs. All while keeping you in the driver's seat. Take 5, the stay in your car 10-minute oil change. Find your nearest shop at take5.com.
Breaking news, Memorial Day is coming early. At RC Hill Mitsubishi, RC is on site in DeLand.
Jan, these folks know how to party. It's Memorial Month with special incentives now through Memorial Day at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Memorial Day savings all month long. Look at this happy customer.
I was buried in my trade. I had like 20 payments left, but you got me out, RC. Woohoo!
That's right, I'm paying $3,000, $4,000, even $6,000 more for your trade. And what about you?
Well, I saved a heap of cash. Got a new Outlander, only $349 a month.
And Outlander SUVs receive the highest IIHS safety rating. Plus, get 0% financing for 72 months.
They got 200 certified pre-owned, many under 20 grand.
RC got me approved with a local credit union. Yeah, I got a low rate, too.
It's Memorial Month. New Outlander SUVs, all the tech, third row seating, and a lifetime warranty.
At RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand.
Just 2 miles off I-4. RCHill.com.
Offers plus tax tag entitled to qualified buyers.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for a seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Whether it's that check engine light, those streaky wipers, or that DIY fix you've been putting off, now is the time to visit Advance Auto Parts, your first stop for parts, service, and reliability. From quick fixes to big jobs, we've got you covered. Need a new battery, brakes, wipers, oil? Everything you need is right here, along with people who really know cars. With Advance, you can always count on fast, friendly, and dependable service. Never settle for anything less. Visit Advance Auto Parts today.
Hey guys, it's us, the Jonas Brothers. I'm Joe.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Nick. And guess what? We created our own podcast called Hey Jonas.
We invented a podcast?
Well, we didn't invent it. We just contributed to it.
We're the first people to do podcasts. We get to ask other people questions because we're sick and tired of being asked questions.
Well, sick and tired is a strong way to put it, but you know.
Tired and sick.
Tired and sick. Listen to Hey Jonas on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Hey Jonas and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Radio, number one. Radio, 104.1.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Colbert crew, it's Sarah. What's up? Hey, Jim, you're going to hate me because potato salad is BOGO at Publix right now, and I bought some New York style potato salad. And I like to shake up my potato salad, make sure everything's all mixed in really good. So I'll open the container, peel back the little film thing, and I'll get what I want and then put everything back. But it is a hot mess because, I just shook up all the ingredients and I put it in the fridge.
Hey everybody, I'm Swilly. So Jimmy's right on the sour cream container debate. You gotta do away with that, but you're missing one crucial step.
Okay.
You gotta lick the flap first.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
That's a good point.
You always lick the flap.
I'm passionate about that yogurt flap or ricotta flap, however, but the thing is you have to throw it away. It's no good, you don't keep it on there, but it's only beneficial for licking because there's a little bit of that yummy on there, so you lick it off and then you're happy.
Yeah.
Her voice is too sweet for that.
I gotta tell you.
I can't listen to a voice that sweet talk about licking the flap.
Oh, here you go.
You nasty freak.
Listen. I've heard her call before. What do you think she looks like? Do you think that's a bit?
No.
Do you think that's really her?
I do, absolutely.
Or is she putting on a little bit?
No, I think that's absolutely her.
Fascinating.
I know. She's probably no bigger than a bug's ear.
Yeah, probably so. All right, our friend Cora Burcham from Save the Manatee Club will be up here in the top of the hour for Manatee for Animal House, and she's like one of her favorite guests. She's so awesome. And we love hearing from her because she always brings us at least some good news occasionally about what's happening in the Manatee community.
Yeah, exactly. And I did read some good news recently that I want to run past her, but she's, it's National Safe Boating Week. Obviously, a lot of people going to be on the water this weekend, and she has some interesting things for you to keep an eye out for.
Really? All right, very nice. All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
He is.
So I'll do this quick aside because I just, this is one of those things that just kind of, you have certain things in your life that kind of just make you crazy, right? And I think we've kind of made some fun out of how many small things make me crazy in life, whether it be this flap argument or other silly stuff.
Yeah, someone else's favorite Tool songs.
Right, exactly. Somebody else's favorite Tool song. I get mad at somebody else's music choices, which is dumb. I get it. But in Orange County, there was an arrest this past week, and I have to tell you, this is so apropos, and it just goes to show it's a tenet in my life that I think a lot of people have lived with and lived beyond or lived with using, right? It's just that, man, when somebody goes out of their way to try to tell you that there's something, that's just usually a cover for something else. That's the people who I have found in my life, in my 58 years of being on this world, and in the 34 years in the entertainment business, you get a certain acumen when it comes to gauging people's personality and what they're all about. You mean
the BS meter?
You just kind of learn how to be a good judge of character when it comes to meeting bar owners or sales reps or managers or people over the line. People who want things from you have a unique way of communicating with you and stuff, right? So after a while, you hone a skill that allows you to kind of see through the BS and kind of get within a couple paragraphs, you kind of understand what this person's about, right? If you haven't heard this story, this guy named Alan Chambers out of Winter Park was he part of their he was formerly part of their
he was nationally known for Exodus International.
Yeah, for Exodus International. That was his big thing, but he actually had a job there in Winter Park off of it was something with the chamber there.
That I don't know. I knew he worked with a rather Tony Clothier in Winter Park at the time of his arrest.
Yeah, it was this John Craig Clothiers in Winter Park. He's got a wife and 2 kids. And the Exodus International that Deb was talking about, if you'll remember years ago, was an Orlando-based Christian ministry that advocated for and practiced so-called gay conversion therapy.
Where you could pray the gay away.
You could pray the gay away, right?
That's kind of their logo, their motto.
And it was as crazy as it sounds. It was completely and utterly insane. And he actually even admitted after the fact that for years of undue suffering and judgment at the hands of the organization and the church as a whole, the organization would shut down because it just kind of found out that it wasn't. He actually kind of battled his own thoughts of possibly being gay.
Well, I mean, he had shut down Exodus International back in 2013 while also issuing an apology to the LGBT community for the pain and suffering that Exodus International had caused. The shame of telling people that they could pray their way out of their sexual orientation, while also admitting that it served as a cover for his own attraction. Now, at the time, he had said to men.
To men, right? He was part of the board of directors of the Park Avenue District, which I guess is a group down there that runs, maintains, and I don't know if they control anything, but the Park Avenue area in Winter Park, which is a very Tony part of Orlando. If you live out of the area, it's where all the nice shops are, where the great restaurants are, where the money is. The money that built Orlando is down there, for the record. And this guy was caught up in a sting, and he was trying to have sex with a 14-year-old boy. It's that simple. He was talking to a cop, and the cop was posing as a 14-year-old boy, and apparently there are myriad messages, and one of the photographs is you can't see his face, but it's a torso of a male, and you can see part of his wiener, and he sent that to a 14-year-old boy.
Oh boy.
And this is a guy who ran a ministry to pray the gay away.
And you wonder how his wife and 2 children are feeling it. I mean,
can I tell you, I don't feel the least bit of bad for him. This guy's going to get exactly what he deserves, where he deserves it, when he deserves it. But his family did not deserve this. And that's a damn shame that this son of a bitch had to drag his entire family through this, because the minute their last name is mentioned and they're torn apart, this will never go away from them. It will never go away from them. Never. They will live with this like a scarlet letter for the remainder of their existence. What a selfish POS, dude. Hiding behind the Bible to do this. That's the thing that I think infuriates me as much as anything. You know, I grew up in a Pentecostal church. My grandmother started a church, and watching people use Christianity as a shield for their own crimes is one of the things. When you talk about the blood boiling scenario, in my world, that's the thing that kind of gets me the most, because I understand how Christians think and how they get used by people who understand the nature of forgiveness in that religion. Mm-hmm. It's used as a tool against them, because the people who understand the tenets of Christianity understand the idea of forgiveness. And if you identify yourself as a Christian, other Christians, as a rule, you automatically have a head up, and that doesn't even matter. There's no background check in this world. You just go, hey, I'm a Christian, and you're automatically kind of accepted into that group. And then it takes a lot to get you out of there just by simply saying that. And then people who know that use that against people, good people for the record, as a tool.
Well, we'll see how easy it is for him to get the forgiveness portion.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes for sure. But anyway, he's done so. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back with Cora Bertram and Animal House next.
The Orlando Fringe is happening now, and we want to give Fringe performers the chance to promote their shows using the talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app during the Jim Colbert Show. 30 seconds of radio time to tell the world why they should come see your show. Get the details at realradio.fm/fringe.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Heads up if you're traveling on I-4 westbound. Currently, the off-ramp to Florida's Turnpike is blocked. There's an overturned truck that's going to be there for quite a while. Another crash on 417 southbound before Narcoossee Road and blocking the right lane there. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Hurry, offer ends 5/21. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Right now, Renewal by Andersen is giving Central Florida homeowners the power to choose. For a limited time, pick the offer that works best for you. Take 20% off your entire window and door replacement project, or enjoy 24 months of special financing. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 full years. You know, living here in Central Florida means dealing with extreme heat, high humidity, and rising energy costs. And if your windows and doors aren't performing like they should, your home could be working against you and your wallet. Well, the good news is Renewal by Andersen's energy-efficient replacement windows and doors are designed for Florida homes, helping keep your home cooler, cut drafts, and ease the strain on your AC system. All you need to do is schedule a free in-home design consultation with their experts. Will guide you through the full replacement process from design to install. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com and choose your savings today, or stop by their showroom off of Lee Road in Winter Park. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Get ready for the ultimate summer festival experience happening on the Space Coast. Merritt Island Fest is back June 6th and 7th at the Merritt Island Veterans Amphitheater. Saturday night, feel the reggae, blues, and Hawaiian soul of Landon McNamara. Then Sunday, the legendary Inner Circle takes the stage. Plus live music, food, vendors, a surf expo, arts and crafts, and so much more. 2 nights, one unforgettable festival. June 6th and 7th. Get your tickets and info at MerrittIslandFest.com. That's MerrittIslandFest.com. Don't miss it. Space Coast, this summer's gonna be good.
Subject to credit approval and down payment.
The time is now. It's time to get a car. It's a great time to do it. It's zero down to get one. Your credit don't matter. Your past don't matter. Your score don't matter. The time is now to get a car. It's zero down. You can get a car. Your credit don't matter. Your past don't matter. That repo don't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm talking to you, directly to you. You don't need money. It's zero down. okay. We deal with these type of things every day. Cinco de Mayo is all month. It's a sale. We doing it all month. Where you don't need money, it's zero down. You can walk right in and drive right out. The time is now to get a car. It's zero down. DaytonaMitsubishi.com.
Russ Rollins from the Monsters. Listen, if you got dust and allergies and weird smells coming out of your air ducts, OrlandoZeroRes.com can help you with that. They can clean your air ducts from all that built-up dust and debris. You mentioned me, and they're going to give you $100 off. It's OrlandoZeroRes.com.
iHeartMedia presents the Fresh from Florida Groceries Giveaway. 50 lucky winners will each receive a $100 grocery voucher to indulge in Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com/freshfromflorida.
Any good weekend plans?
Oh, I'm going on a weekend cruise on MSC Cruises. We're going to White Sand Beach and Beanbag Share.
Are you using nouns as verbs?
You can do that on MSC Cruises. Where was I? The food. We'll rigatoni, French fry, we might even gelato. How about you?
Yeah, I was going to lawnmower.
Skip the airport and get up to 40% off cruises and more with our Memorial Day sale. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Orlando knows it's Sutherland.
And Sutherland Nissan knows that sometimes you just need a break. A nice long break. So during our month-long Memorial Day event, buy your new Nissan and make no payments till 2027. Hey, that's a break till next year. Plus, get Sutherland for life. Our lifetime powertrain warranty on every new Nissan. Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Online, OrlandoNissan.com. Payments for 90 days. Check back to customer for 7 payments, and customer first payment is not until January 2027. See dealer for complete details.
Hey, it's the News Junkie, and I don't need to be an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every day, and it's awful. Do me a favor. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Looking for something to do Friday night and Saturday evening?
What?
Come see Awaken, a journey through the stages of grief told by dance and spoken word. Guided by the ringleader, the audience is taken on a journey of rediscovering strength and healing after the lead character experiences loss. Join us at the Orlando Shakespeare Theater in the Pink venue on Friday, May 22nd at 8:40 p.m. or Saturday, May 23rd at 4:55 p.m. Tickets are $15, and we hope to see you there.
Right on. And if any fringe players out there would like to promote their show, they're welcome to do that. Do it as a talkback. Just go to the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over. Remember, you can edit it down until you get it perfectly said, and then send it to Jack, and we'll get you on the air. Your 4 o'clock keyword is bills, BILLS. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. And Jack, we had a thing.
Yeah. So if people played on the keyword contest, and if the pop-up window does not come up when you go to realradio.fm, just scroll down to the bottom of the page. You can see the little logo for the contest. You can enter it there. If you're using the iHeartRadio app, you hit contest tab, and you can also enter on your phone.
That's right. Bills is the word, BILLS. Get over to realradio.fm and send it off for your chance at $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Let's do Animal House.
She likes them fuzzy, furry, feathery, tough, and scaly. It's time for Animal House with Deborah Roberts.
And Animal House is generously brought to us each and every week by personal injury attorney Glenn Klausman from Klausman Law. We're going to tell you how you can get in touch with that teddy bear of a man. But first, gentlemen, please join me in welcoming, because it has been a hot minute.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing to this poor woman in here?
We had a great conversation before the show, and she's barely able to hold herself in. That's why I started laughing at her, because she's laughing.
Put your hands together for Cora Burcham with Save the Manatee Club.
You can also check Cora out, JimCorberLive.com. She's on a camera right now. How you doing, Cora?
I'm great. Happy to be back.
Glad to have you back for sure.
It's been a hot minute. It's been a while.
It's been a while. It really has. I'm speechless.
Cora is one of the soldiers over there trying to maintain the manatee population and keep them nice and healthy here in the state of Florida, which is not easy. It's way easier to say that than to do it, is it not?
Yeah, it is. But you know what? They were somehow maintaining themselves.
And there has been some good news. Like I read recently that in the Indian River Lagoon, one fisherman said that he found a tiny baby seahorse in his shrimp trap. And for fishermen on the Indian River Lagoon, they've said it's been decades since they've seen seahorses, which are very delicate sea creatures. So they said whatever the restoration efforts for the seagrass appear to be working. Cora, you're a research associate. What I mean, is that the truth? Can we celebrate something finally?
Yeah, and I think, it's definitely the seagrass has been coming back, at least in some parts. And I think it's really a mix between the restoration efforts working, but also the drought that we've had. So as bad as the drought is for certain things, and it's certainly not, it's kind of a catch-22 for manatees, because the drought means really low water levels, so manatees are more prone to get hit by boats. But at the same time, these lower water levels have actually made the seagrass come back in some areas, and that's a good thing.
Is it because the runoff? There's not as much runoff from the yards around the areas? Is that what it is?
From like the yards and stormwater runoff and those kind of things. Yeah.
Wow.
What do you tell homeowners, who just want to put fertilizer on their lawns? What's the best way to get the greenest lawn and still help your efforts to help the manatees?
Yeah, please don't. Lawn fertilizer is really something that, anyone can help with. I know we all love to have our green lawns, but it's really better to plant like native Florida plants that don't really need the fertilizer and all the irrigation, because all these chemicals running off from the lawn are getting into the water, and that really contributes to the seagrass loss.
Yeah, it doesn't end with your lawn. You put it in your lawn, you water it in, and then it goes somewhere else after that. And we have to remember that.
And a lot of people, just simply because of water restrictions coming up soon, have chosen to go to these more
Xeriscape?
Yeah, the xeriscapes, using stones and cactuses and native grasses that don't really require a lot of water to provide some beauty to their yards. And I see a lot more of that happening today than before,
because it's so expensive to water your lawns.
Right, exactly. So maybe it's an eye-opening for people. They see, well, I can make this happen. It actually still looks good.
It's also very expensive to maintain a really nice lawn. All of that stuff is very, very expensive. The care for it. And again, I think that's why a lot of people are just kind of choosing to go a different route, because not only do they have to pay for all the fertilizers and the grass and the extra water, but they also have to pay to have that maintained at $200 or $300 a month or whatever too. So maybe that'll come around.
Now, I know that with Memorial Day weekend being here, and like you said, the drought leading to lower water levels, we're probably going to have, like we were talking about earlier, a lot of people on the water this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's actually also National Safe Boating Week this week, which is always the week leading up to Memorial Day weekend. So, definitely be careful when you're out there boating, because those manatees are out and about too. And
Are there any indications that they're in your path? I know that sounds so silly, because and they do they naturally stay close to the surface?
Well, they naturally hang out in really shallow areas because that's usually where they're feeding. So they can be close to the surface. So you really find them in kind of all waterways, but you don't really find them in the deep channels. I mean, they can definitely cross the channel. So when you're boating, watch out wherever you're going. But they're definitely in shallow waters, and that's kind of where a lot of these collisions occur.
Yeah.
And no, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I'm going to ask a really stupid question. Right? I mean, this is what this is all about. Really stupid questions. We know that whales learn, and they've learned the sounds of rotors turning. They've learned the sounds of boats. Do you guys see any indication that manatees have kind of learned that boat sounds or motor sounds like that mean bad news for them, and they avoid those areas that are high traffic areas? Have you guys seen any of that behavior or no?
I mean, manatees can definitely hear the boats. I think the problem for them is they're so slow. They sometimes have really hard time getting out of the way of a fast-moving boat. And then if you have boats coming from all different directions, it's really hard for them to kind of tell where they're coming from. So I don't think they're, kind of too stupid to know what's going on, but they just don't always have a chance to get out of the way.
And they could also be a little distracted, because I want you guys to know that the same day last week that I invited Cora to join us again on Animal House, and she hasn't been here for a while, she excitedly sent me a photograph.
And what was that about?
What was that photograph of?
Well, that was a large manatee mating herd right here in Lake Monroe in Sanford, right by the marina. Because I know you guys love to see those photos.
How dare you?
Manatee porn.
How dare you say that about us? You get out of here. Don't you come back for a while now. Hey, look, but you're 1,000% right. I remember doing a houseboat trip up to St. John's. We had just crossed Lake George and going into the north part of the St. John's, going toward Putnam County up there. And man, there was a ruckus in the water that shook everybody on the boat so much because it was incredible. I mean, it was like something under the water, like a dragon was under there. And it took him, we kind of scooted over there a little closer, and oh man, it was just, I don't know, about 10, 12 manatees just getting at it. I mean, just getting at it.
Why is
no
it
protection. They didn't care.
But they're one of the most gentle creatures. Why is their mating so aggressive? Is it all males attacking a female? Is it a bunch of females and males in the group? Is this?
And why do you have that smile?
I mean, because it's really, manatees are these gentle giants. I love them to death. But I mean, the mating is really, it's something else. It is one focal female, so one receptive female, and everyone else is male. So it's not like, equal ratio male-female. It's one female, and then we have like 15, 20 some males. So last week in that herd, there was 15 males and one female. So it can get pretty rough. I always say I don't want to be a female manatee in that situation.
Yeah.
Wow. She's, yeah. That's got to be really dangerous for her.
And that's, Deb has a point. I mean, is it ever a time where, that it results in something bad for the female?
It can. I mean, it is natural behavior, so, usually it's fine, but we have had instances where the females have drowned. It is not that common, but it can happen. And what we do sometimes see is that the female gets pretty exhausted. It's usually in shallow water, so she'll try to, beach herself, and then we have a beach animal on like the beach or somewhere. So we always tell people, if you do see that, don't try to push that animal back into the water. She's there for a reason, and
right.
You don't want to, fight with a 2,000-pound creature,
right?
But report that to FWC, to the Wildlife Alert Hotline, to have them come out and look at the situation.
To Jimmy's experience, if you're on the water this weekend and you see a manatee mating herd, there's no need to call any kind of authorities, right?
No.
Just leave them alone?
Generally, just leave them alone, observe them from a distance, don't get too close, because they do get pretty rowdy and, they're doing their thing, so they're not going to pay attention to you or your boat or your kayak or whatever else you on.
Just do what everybody else does. Just turn the lights down and get your phone out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking about.
Cora did it.
Yeah.
Hey.
She's like right by the seawall, you nasty, nasty manatees. What's even better, Cora, is that you were able to identify how many of Save the Manatees, adoptable manatees in that horny little crowd.
Yeah, I actually was. So, we do identify them by the scar patterns, and I did identify both the focal female, she's a blue spring animal, and then I also, three of our adoptees, Brutus, Margarito, and Philip, were in that mating herd. So, yes.
Wow. Well, Father's Day must be a bitch over there in the manatee world.
Exactly.
Oh man!
Hey, listen,
a lot of question marks in that card store.
I'm just, it's not a bad suggestion if maybe some of the folks listening to us who have their own mating herds, might want to adopt Philip or one of the other. manatees from that herd from last weekend, eh, Cora?
What is the gestation period, and how many, is it pups?
It's called a calf.
A calf? How many calves can they have per?
So usually they have one at a time. They can have twins, but it's pretty rare. It's usually one calf at a time, and the gestation is about a year. So,
oh, wow, really?
Yeah, so it's pretty long. Not as long as the elephant, but
right.
Getting up there.
So also, let me ask this. So if a manatee is pregnant, right, they go through one of these unbelievably violent interactions with 30 or 40 males or so, right? I've been on
beer night.
I've been on the set of 2 of these. They're not pretty. When the manatee goes back out into the water after that point, do other manatees know that manatee's pregnant, or do they continue trying to mate with that manatee?
That is a really good question.
That is
and
a good
I honestly
question.
don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I think once the mating is finished, it's done with, but this can sometimes last for a couple of days or even weeks. So I mean that she's receptive, and then she'll mate actually with multiple males, but then I guess the hormones, whatever, dies down, so the males move on, and I guess the female moves on too. But good question. Honestly, I don't know.
Wow.
That Manatee Tinder app is
that thing.
That's rough.
All she does is swipe right.
I guess for days and weeks at a time. This sounds like a drug-induced bender.
And I guess the issue is there's a flipper so big when she swipes, it's like 30 dudes every time she swipes.
That's probably what happens.
I like the fact that you chimed in on that. just leaking credibility like crazy by being on the show here. Anything else out there in the manatee world happening that we need to know about other than what's going on with the boating this weekend and things like that?
Yeah, I think, good news is like we were saying, like the seagrass is coming back. Something else that's also exciting. Last year we brought the Save the Manatee 5K event down to Florida. It's in November, but you can also do it virtually. So you can already sign up for that, and you can, walk it, run it, kayak it, whatever you want to support Save the Manatee Club. So I'm excited that we're finally doing that. So I guess looking forward to the summer as much as I can say that, because I don't like the heat. So. Oh
yeah, you're not Yeah, she's German, so she doesn't like the heat, which is kind of wild. You kind of hit me as a paddleboard girl or like a surfer or something like that.
Well, I mean, I do like paddleboarding. I like scuba diving too.
Just not on the surface of the sun.
But not the whole time. And I like ice skating just as much. So it's kind of a weird combination, right?
Cora, where do folks go to get more information about the important work that you're doing, all jokes aside?
Yeah, they can go to our website to savethemanatee.org, and that's where they can also learn about safer boating tips and, like you were saying, adopt these manatees. So if you do want to adopt one of those manatees from the mating herd, you can do that on our website as well.
She keeps bringing it up.
Yes, she does.
That's by design, by the way. I can look at her face and see it. I can look at her little wry smile. Look at her. She's doing it right now. You see her, right?
If you guys knew how many animal guests that come in knowing they need to know these kind of fun and, freaky facts, you'd be amazed.
Yeah.
And that includes Cora.
So that's savethemanatee.org?
Yes.
Yeah, very good.
All right. Well, Cora, thank you as always. Can't wait to have you back and have a great Memorial Weekend. Yay!
You're the absolute best. Always love having you, man.
And I will be posting the Animal House podcast in just the next couple of minutes. But in the meantime, if you've been in any kind of an accident, it could be car, truck, motorcycle, even a slip and fall. Here's just a couple of reasons why you need to call Glenn Klausman. One, Glenn doesn't pass your case off to a caseworker. Glenn is going to handle your case. So much so he's going to give you his personal cell phone number and then pick it up when you call. Just a couple of reasons why year after year he's voted super lawyer and legal elite. He truly is an animal lover and truly is a friend of the show. So if you've been in any kind of an accident, give him a call, 407-917-1718, or check him out online at klausmanlaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN law.com.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 4 o'clock keyword is bills, BILLS. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with Scott Maxwell from the Orlando Sentinel.
Real Radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Russ, if Ryan gets a speedboat, the next day's headline is going to be this: Captain Corn Carney causes carnage at Causeway.
Ah, damn, he did it without.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Crews still dealing with an overturned truck. I-4 westbound. Right now, the off-ramp to Florida's Turnpike is currently blocked. Accident's been there for quite a while. Doesn't look like it's getting moved anytime soon. Crash blocking the right lane, 417 southbound before Narcoossee Road, and 417 Greenway northbound at Landstar. There's another crash blocking the shoulder there. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by OUC.
Is your AC working overtime? OUC customers can upgrade to a high-efficiency HVAC system and get money back with rebates. So staying cool means saving more. Don't just go green, get green. Visit ouc.com/getgreen.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickleyGroup.com.
iHeartMedia presents the Fresh from Florida Groceries Giveaway. 50 lucky winners will each receive a $100 grocery voucher to indulge in Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com/freshfromflorida.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for financing too, with rates as low as 0% APR on select new Kias. And a helpful finance team working to get you approved, even if your credit isn't perfect. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
With approved credit. Offer expires 6/5/26.
Eligibility and results may vary. If you're on Medicare and living in the Orlando area, getting great dental care doesn't have to be confusing or expensive. Sage Dental is here to help you understand your Medicare benefits and make your care as simple and affordable as possible. Whether you need a routine cleaning or advanced care like implants, crowns, oral surgery, or custom dentures, Sage Dental brings all your dental needs conveniently together under one roof. At Sage, we use the latest in dental innovation, including minimally invasive techniques for more comfort and faster healing. Need a crown? Sage can create same-day custom crowns right in our office. In addition to Medicare, we accept most insurance plans. No insurance? Our Sage Care Plus plan can save you up to 65% on general or specialty dental care. Sage Dental, leading with innovation centered on your care. Same-day appointments available. Call 800-218-8877. 800-218-8877. That's 800-218-8877.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even weekends, helps regulate your body's internal clock for better sleep. For more sleep tips, visit originalmattress.com.
All right, people, let's move. Sell every vehicle, $99 down at Headquarter Hyundai.
Sir, yes, sir.
Team 2, I want credit for all. If you've got a job and $99, you ride. Even if your credit's so bad, your Nana won't loan you money.
Sir, yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir. I think you might be in the wrong place.
Is this Headquarter Hyundai?
Well, yes, but
were you ordered to sell 300 vehicles before the deadline?
Well,
out of my way, soldier!
Oh, of course. Sorry, sir. Every vehicle, $99 down. New Tucsons, Elantras, every vehicle, thousands less. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. And America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance. Can I get anyone a refreshment?
Every vehicle, $99 down.
Headquarter Hyundai.
Just off I-4 on Reinhardt Road in Sanford, Lake Mary.
HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Plus tax and tag is at HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday?
No.
Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
At AutoNation, there's no pressure, no surprises, just the keys. Now through Memorial Day, get 0% financing on your favorite new vehicles. You'll save thousands of dollars in interest alone. Drive the car you want today with 0% financing. Don't wait. Memorial Day savings end May 25th. Hurry to your nearest AutoNation dealership. Less stress, more go. Visit AutoNation.com for eligible vehicles. 0 APR for a limited term with approved credit. Cannot be combined with other offers.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal, book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey guys, it's us, the Jonas Brothers. I'm Joe.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Nick. And guess what? We created our own podcast called Hey Jonas.
We invented a podcast?
Well, we didn't invent it. We just contributed to it.
We're the first people to do podcasts. We get to ask other people questions because we're sick and tired of being asked questions.
Well, sick and tired is a strong way to put it, but you know.
Tired and sick.
Tired and sick.
Listen to Hey Jonas on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Hey Jonas and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Our call with Scott Maxwell is brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. You know, it's not just home loans. That Mortgage Guy Don also does commercial and SBA, Small Business Administration loans too. And if you want to buy a business or franchise, That Mortgage Guy Don has your back with over 50 sources for your SBA and business loans of all sizes. You can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Damn, Jimmy, that's some of the best preaching I've heard in a bit. Clifford, West Palm, you're absolutely right. Nail on the head, or nail in the hands, so to speak. In the name of Jesus Christ, and Christianity has been weaponized in society today through media and everything else, blinding people what the true word is.
Truthfully, buddy. Truthfully. All right, 77031. That's how you text us. If you'd like to leave a talkback like that, gentlemen, it's easy. Just grab the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack. Bills is your 4 o'clock keyword. That's BILLS. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Bills is the word, guys. Go get that money. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi.
Every Wednesday around 4:20 or so, our good friend Scott Maxwell drops by from the Orlando Sentinel. He writes there Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. He calls us right now. Good and loud for Mr. Scott Maxwell.
Shoot
Yay!
It sounds like, Jim, it sounds like you're the one spitting truths about the gospel
The
today.
sweetest of heat. Yeah, you know, the thing is, buddy, is I will tell you, I have a bitter pill with organized religion. I've had some unique experiences in churches where I tried to really involve myself into the a bit of a leadership facet, and it just turned out to be a complete failure. Anytime you inject people into Christianity, unfortunately, it just gets bastardized, and I see it weaponized more than I think I ever have before. And it's a damn shame because most of the ones that I know are very good people, but that their faith is used against them as a tool to manipulate their opinions about things. And I just hate it. I hate seeing it because it happens to a lot of really good people. It's just a damn shame.
I think there is an awful lot of that, but man, maybe you might be going to the wrong church.
Maybe I did go to at least 2 wrong ones. That's for sure.
Yeah, we're pretty low key. If you stand up and claim to have the Spirit, we're probably going to ask you to sit down.
Well, that's just where it started in my grandmother's church, buddy. I got to tell you, I saw some pretty amazing stuff in that church. The Pentecostals don't play around.
A joke when I was growing up, my parents explained Presbyterianism to me. They said one day somebody stood up in church, started shaking their hands, and the usher rushed up to him and said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Well, Lord, I got the Spirit." And he said, "Well, I don't know where you got it, but you didn't get it here."
we thought you were raising a hand to make a donation. That's what we thought.
Yeah.
Scott joins us every single Wednesday to talk about what he's writing about. I just told Deb right before we came back on the air, I said, wait till you hear about this story that Scott wrote today as his column. It's pretty infuriating if you're in that business, for sure, is it not?
Yeah, except I wouldn't even call myself in this business. Like they're kind of trying to act like they're in our business.
Right.
But yeah, so there's a lot. The term fake news has been tossed around for I don't know, 8 years now. I guess since Donald Trump sort of popular. Wait, is it 12 years? God, it seems like
since
it's been
2016.
Since
10 years. Yeah, 10 years since 15 or 16, and very effectively, unfortunately.
Yeah. And so, but there are lots of different variations of what I would consider to be truly fake news, and we'll talk about a couple of them. But what was revealed last week in Florida was one I had never seen before, where we know AI is out there doing things. There's some really lazy, websites that are just using AI to regurgitate other people's work. But man, this one down in South Florida, they were AI balls to the wall. They had this entire staff, I think it was 10 reporters and editors listed on the masthead for having done this. Every single one of them fake.
Yeah, and They had
it wasn't just the copy that was thing. The people were absolutely manufactured.
They had photographs, they had bios, they had backstories, they had accreditations, they had their degrees and all the colleges. None of it real. Not even one syllable. Not one letter of it actual.
I was reading they even had a Facebook page set up for some of these fake people. I went to one of them. She had one follower, but the editor-in-chief of the paper, she was bilingual. She was like a mother of two. She had multiple degrees. She was an expert in public policy. And somehow this amazing woman who had her hands full was able to write 3 stories a day, 7 days a week. Now she was very prolific, but it turns out she was just fake. And the whole website was fake, as you may have gathered. And most of the stories that they were doing, they were taken from legit news sites. So I don't know that there was much real harm in that, except that what it turned out this website was for, it looks like anyway, was like a front for a company that was trying to scrub the images of people convicted of white collar crimes.
Really?
So a lot of the fake names that were used were real people who'd been convicted of white collar crimes. And what they were trying to do was just put their names out on the internet over and over again with legitimate news, so that the next time you went and searched for Joe Blow, who was convicted of defrauding Medicaid of $20 million, you're not getting that story on the indictment or his prison sentence. You're getting about 500 stories on, in this case, the Fort Lauderdale city government or the legislative's later plan. So it looks like it was a plan to sort of whitewash these images, but I'd never seen one where everything about the site was fake.
And that's happened before. I think even in our government here in Florida, has it not happened before where there was a website that we proved that there were some legislators sending this website information and they were just pumping out stories that were positive about those particular people?
Well, there's let's talk about the other kind of fake news. The other kind of fake news are these websites that pop up, and you'll often see politicians in this state that are promoting them. And there are 2 that I used as an example. One was called the Florida Standard. It's gone now. But Ron DeSantis was all of a sudden granting interviews. He doesn't like to have sit downs with, real news outlets for any long time. He likes a press conference where he's surrounded with 20 moms for liberty, but he doesn't like to, sit down and have a thing. But all of a sudden he was doing all these sit downs with this brand new outlet called the Florida Standard. And the Florida Standard was also putting out all these stories that basically every one of them looked like, Ron DeSantis was Christ's second coming, or and anybody who wrote anything bad about Ron DeSantis was a problem. Well, it turns out, it took a lot of reporters, a lot of public records requesting, and a lot of document digging. This site was funded by Ron DeSantis donors, and these stories, public records showed that Ron DeSantis's communication staff fed to the newspaper.
Wow.
So that was one of them, and that one came. And by the way, the guy who ran that one got a job at New College. Another one of those fat contracts. I'm telling you, I say this almost every week. It's all about the grift. And if you didn't believe me at the state level, you sure as hell know it at the state level with this insane IRS settlement. But at the federal level, politics in America is more about personal enrichment right now than I have ever seen in my 30 plus years.
I haven't really talked about the slush fund yet thing because I wasn't really even sure it was going to go into play. I
agree with you, Jim. When I first heard it, I thought, nope. There's no way this actually happens.
Yeah. I wasn't even going to talk about it because a lot of these things, when you see them pop up, it seems like clickbait and it seems like it's just begging to be spoken about. But you have to let stuff like that play out, because if you jump on board and start bashing, I think you usurp your own credibility by doing that. You really need to let the thing kind of breathe and see what the actuality of it is. And we were talking about it a little bit before the show today, and here's what I find kind of interesting. You know what the average payout is if you get incarcerated for a crime and you did not commit the crime?
Well, I know in Florida it's $50,000 a year.
$50,000 a year is the max, and I think the max you can get is about $2 million. I don't care if you were put in jail at 18 and they got you out at 75. I think the max you can get is $2 million.
Right, and these are people you're talking about who are not politically decided they didn't do the crime. These are people, for the most part, who they were like, "Oh, my bad. Another guy killed that person. We had you in behind bars."
Yeah, cleared by DNA. Definitely did not do it. This happens. We get about one of these stories every month of someone who was convicted of a crime when they were 22 years old. 30 years later, they get out and they get money. My question would be to anybody that is for this, and apparently the entire Republican conference is for it, with the exception of maybe John Thune, who said he thought it was a bad idea. It was actually interesting to hear the leader of the Senate say that. But
but even John Thune's comment, and I think I may have this quote verbatim, I think was, "I'm not a big fan."
That's what he said.
That's about as strong as anybody's willing to go.
Yeah, it really is. And my question would be this. I mean, if somebody during January 6th hit a cop in the face with a fire extinguisher or a pole, or maced somebody or beat them up or whatever the case may be, and then they were adjudicated guilty by a jury of their peers, some of these sitting judges appointed by Republican leaders, would that person be available to get money from that more so than somebody who was incarcerated for a crime for 25 years that they did not commit? That's exactly what I would ask him. I would say, you tell me. I mean, is that an equal thing? I mean, should this guy who sat in prison and dealt with prison life for 30 years, changing his entire existence, missing his kids, missing his family, missing all of this, that person gets like $1 million because he's sitting there 30 years? You're telling me somebody who did that, who actually committed a crime and then was adjudicated guilty by a jury of their peers and then exonerated and pardoned by the president, should now get a couple $1 million for their troubles? On top of somebody who just spent 30 years in prison and didn't do a crime, didn't commit a crime?
Yeah, I don't even mention Trump things very often, but this one, if it transpires, that's about as bonkers as it gets. And I'm sorry I got a little delayed, but the grift, man, it is all. But we got the grift going on in this state.
The other grift, by the way, in that part of that thing, you just hear what they added after the fact, right? Because this wasn't mentioned during the initial creation of the slush fund for the IRS thing. By the way, our own president was suing the IRS for $10 billion. This was a settlement. We're supposed to feel like this is a deal. The other part is for in perpetuity. The IRS can now never, ever, ever investigate the Trump family for tax issues. They can never audit their taxes forever, going from this point backwards.
Drain the swamp, right?
Yeah, buddy, got to drain that swamp. Let
me mention one. Let me mention the one other one, and another website that was pretty funny. And this happened a couple of years ago. Somebody sends me this a link to a column, and it's basically just blistering me and Carl Hyacin.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's pretty good company to be in.
Yeah, congratulations, dude.
Yeah.
I thought the Jeopardy thing was a big deal.
It was basically saying, I mean, the gist of it was, don't trust anything Scott Maxwell and Carl Hyacin have to say, because they don't know what they're talking about and they're told what to think. And I was like, well, I don't even know why this is coming at me. And this was from a site that's still operating from the Capitalist. Well, our reporters did some digging around and found out that this site was funded primarily by operatives for Florida Power and Light. And Carl Hyacin and I had written a lot of columns saying that FPL was hosing customers. They'd raise rates too high, that they'd, were controlling politics behind the scene. And then we find out the website was actually run by a former spokesman for Governor Rick Scott when he was there. And, Carl Hyacin and I have not always had great things to say about Rick Scott. So suddenly it makes a little bit more sense why there's this wackadoo piece that just comes after the two of us sort of out of nowhere, because there's the motive. And the point of my piece today that we're talking about this is everybody, man, you got to stop trusting things if you don't know the source. If all of a sudden you're seeing something from the Daily Bugle, a website you've never heard of before, why would you believe it?
But it doesn't work that way. And this is what I've learned as I've studied the news cycle now for the last 10 years pretty decisively. I've really paid attention to it. People who are looking for a headline, they're actually not looking for the truth. They're looking for a headline that supports. And by the way, this is on both sides of the aisle. This is not a Republican or a Democrat thing, because I believe it happens to Democrats as well. They run MSNBC and they look for any headline that bashes Trump or bashes Republicans or anything like that, and they just absolutely waller in it. And the same thing with Republicans to Fox News. They run right to Fox News. They get the headlines that they want. And by the way, nobody knows this more than MSNBC and Fox News. They're going to force feed you that stuff, and it's kind of a game I play every morning when I pull the show. I go to both of those websites and see what they're leading with, and I laugh every single morning, especially when you've already visited the New York Times, Reuters, AP, and all these other credible news sites, and then you go to these other sites and you see what they're leading with. You're like, oh, okay. You don't care about the news. You're just putting out headlines that people that read this site or watch this station want to see. That's it. That's nothing to do with really informing people. You're really just kind of giving them what they want.
That's people who are seeking what we've talked about before, bias confirmation.
Yeah, sure.
People who just want to read things that make them feel better. But one of the points I was making is, say what you want about legacy, and that's what the piece that went after Carl and I called us, legacy media people. Yeah. Say what you want about legacy media. I'm telling the things I'm giving are facts. Almost always I've got my sources cited with links to the public records and the court records and everything else. There's no blatant falsehoods going on there. But even if you don't like me, even if you think I'm the worst guy in the world, I'm one of about 40 people. And the rest of the people at my newspaper are doing things like going to City Hall. They're covering school board meetings. They're standing on the sidelines of high school football games, scouting out games in a way that nobody are. They're going to the Orlando Fringe Festival and writing reviews in a way that nobody else is doing. I mean, the people who are at my paper and have been doing this for 150 years, by the way, not individually, but as an institution, they're only doing it because they care about journalism and grassroots and their community. And I think people know that in general, but unless people start getting a little savvier about their news sources, this stuff just keeps proliferating.
Yeah. And they're not going to, the thing is you can't ask them to get savvy, or anybody for that matter, because they, again, that's not what they want. They don't want.
I will ask them to get savvy. They may not do it, but I will ask them.
Very
to get
good.
savvy.
And then, by the way, I think, and we had somebody important to you and the Sentinel's history pass recently, and I thought I'd give you a second to opine on that.
Yeah, Jane Healy. She was our managing editor and was best known for being the head of our editorial board and the newspaper's first Pulitzer winner. And as you know, that's a big deal to win a Pulitzer Prize. And what she basically wrote around is a series of editorials called Florida Shame. And it was about basically the destruction of the environment in Florida. And she had a rough ending of blood cancer, actually. My wife and I went and visited her in her final couple weeks before she passed away and spent some time with her. And I'll be honest, a lot of times when people pass away, they're only going to say nice things. Jane was a pain in the ass. I mean,
she
Jane was a pain
that.
in my ass. She was a pain in the newsroom's ass, but she was also a pain in the ass of powerful people. And
that's great. I didn't know that about her. I'd only heard great things.
Yeah. She was a little socially awkward too, to boot. Like she would just talk a mile a minute, try to get it. But man, I'm telling you, we're sitting with her. She knows she's dying. I mean, it's a matter of days. And the only thing she wants to talk about is journalism.
Yeah.
She wants to talk about what's going on in this community. She's not railing about Donald Trump. And I think that's sort of the through line with the people who still do what I do is, I mean, that's what we're here for. I mean, a million people could scream about Donald Trump. I don't think my voice makes one bit of difference. You know, all those gas
Mine
bags.
doesn't either.
I want to be your local gas bag.
Yeah, right. Always good talking to you, big dog. If you want to see his columns, you can do that Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays in the pages of the Orlando Sentinel. If you don't have a subscription, grab one. You can actually get it right online. It's dirt cheap, and the information you get there is pretty awesome for our local community. I visit it every single day when I write the program to see what's happening, and they do a really good job at covering it. So if you want to kind of be enlightened about what's happening in the Central Florida area, I think the pages of the Sentinel are a pretty good place to do that.
I appreciate that.
Good laugh for Scott Maxwell.
Damn truth. You left him speechless.
All right.
The truth dragon was speechless.
Every once in a while. All right, I'll see you guys next week.
Give me some bourbon. God almighty, got a whole shelf of it back there
It's
behind
all
you.
behind him. Look at him.
Look at him showcasing out there.
And that's his backup supply.
I know. He's
a show off.
Is it a little douchey? Is it a little douchey?
Look at that.
A little douchey to.
Wait, is that a question? Because I'm going to go with no.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a drink
I'm talking
right
to
off
Jack.
camera.
You're not involved with this. I'm talking to Jack. It feels like it's a little douchey.
It is a little douchey. I'll grant it.
All right. Back in a sec. 407-916-1041.
AI is great at math. We're great and bad decisions. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, Central Florida, Fox 35, Storm Team Meteorologist Snow Bergen here. We are watching a lot of sunshine and humidity heading into Memorial Day weekend. A low chance each afternoon of a pop-up thunderstorm around Orlando. Best chances are going to be out towards the Gulf Coast and the Tampa area of Central Florida. Heading into the long range, it's still going to stay hot into next week, but the humidity is the big headline for Memorial Day weekend. Afternoon heat index values area-wide above 100 for really the first time this year. Have a great rest of the week.
This report is sponsored by Dollywood Parks and Resorts. Visit Dollywood in the Great Smoky Mountains for thrilling rides, an award-winning water park, seasonal festivals, and incredible resorts. And for even more reasons to visit, the new Night Flight expedition is coming soon. Stay, play, and save by planning your trip at Dollywood.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
When you've got a one-track mind, you go where the cravings take you.
Welcome to Racetrack.
Breakfast that satisfies. Snacks that sing. Drinks that refresh. It's a stop that pulls you in. We don't blame you for having a one-track mind, because once you stop at Racetrack, no other stop will do.
Same time tomorrow?
You know it. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
There's something for everyone at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay and Adventure Island. Discover our largest, most immersive animal habitat, the all-new Lion and Hyena Ridge, opening soon. Feel the rush on 8 thrilling coasters and splash into endless adventure at Tampa's largest water park. With seasonal events and fun all year long, there's always something new to experience. 2 parks, twice the fun. Unlimited visits to Busch Gardens Tampa and Adventure Island for only $99.99 during our Memorial Day sale. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
C-Lane here, and guys, let's have a chat for a second. If you are starting to see the symptoms of erectile dysfunction or PE show up in the bedroom, you know that's not something that fixes itself. It might be time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. A lot of guys are calling. They're very helpful, and they want you to avoid surgery. They told me that's one of their big goals. They have painless procedures, and surgery is painful, it's invasive, and it's expensive. And they don't want you to have to go through that. They want you to go through their painless procedure, and 98% of men see results right there in the office, right there, same day. So if you're still relying on pills, if you're having to up your dose, it's time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. They're getting guys back to where they should be and feel like themselves again. They're offering a free consultation, but you've got to call now. 407-723-7533. It's 407-723-7533. Don't overthink it. Just call the incredibly helpful, the incredibly knowledgeable folks at Premier Men's Medical Center and find them online at premiermensmedical.com.
Now, at McDonald's, wake up to a $4 breakfast meal deal. Wake up to a sausage McMuffin or a sausage biscuit, to hash browns, and wake up to a hot coffee. Get your $4 breakfast meal deal.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's, with refreshers like the strawberry watermelon refresher and the mango pineapple refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all new drinks are here now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine.
Now, at McDonald's, wake up to a $4 breakfast meal deal. Wake up to a sausage McMuffin or a sausage biscuit, to hash browns, and wake up to a hot coffee. Get your $4 breakfast meal deal.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial free all Memorial Day weekend. Smooth sailing with the greatest from the 70s and 80s. Just open the free iHeart app, search Yacht Rock, and start listening now.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 9 plant protein bars, 8 hydration mixes, and 4 mushroom coffee sticks. And now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping when you text radio to 64,000. Text radio to 64,000 to get your 20% off. That's radio to 64,000.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Radio.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
What's up, Colbert and Company? It's Concrete Mike. I have a 14-year-old, and much like the other guy that left a talkback, me and my wife have been trying to figure out where all of our forks and steak knives have gone, to the point where we've had to buy more. And upon going through his room, we have found none, so I can only suspect they've been thrown in the trash.
I'm 28 and I'm aware of Layaway. My mom used to do that all the time at Walmart. I even worked at some places in like the early 2020s that had people coming in and they were asking about Layaway. We didn't do it, but I was still aware of it. Yeah.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. So I keep getting rich to my phone and nothing happens. I don't know, I must be doing this wrong. Just kidding, I'm not playing the game. I don't think I'm allowed to. Thanks, bye.
Bye.
You're allowed to play.
Yeah, why wouldn't he be allowed to play? He doesn't work here.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, he comes to enough events where...
Yeah, he can still play.
Yeah, you can still play.
All right, 77031 Bills is your 4 o'clock keyword. You get about 5 minutes or so to get over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Remember, if you're playing the game, phone on, phone up, and answer the damn thing when it rings. That's how they tell you you've won, buddy. Bills is the word. Go get that money. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hello there.
I saw something on Reddit today. I want to bring it up, but I don't want to bring it up now because I think it's something that we can discuss. So maybe I'll do that in a few minutes. We also have another question about your boss here in a minute because I saw a really interesting piece today in the New York Times, and it's interesting. I've actually never had this scenario, but I know a number of people out there probably have, and we'll bring it up in the 5 o'clock hour.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead. Fire away, buddy.
Flew back on United on Monday.
Yes.
I was sitting in row 34.
Row 34.
And I'm counting along.
That's toward the back of the plane, is it not?
It is towards the back of the plane.
Yes.
Because I had to rebook from a previous booked Spirit flight.
What happened?
I had to just take, what was available. So I had a middle seat.
Oh, it's not like the airline went out of business.
No. Yeah. Okay. It was fine, though. However, I get to, counting, looking up row 32. And then I look ahead and I'm like, I'm looking at 34. It's like the next one. And the lady said, no, it's 2 down because I'm 32. So I'm like, okay, that would be 33, 34. My daughter goes into that row and I look up, that's 35. So it is the next one, which means it went from row 32 to 34 with no row 33. And I don't know why. Why would you not have row 33 on a plane? It's not like
the
13.
the floor 13 in hotels or in buildings because of bad luck. And I know the Japanese have another number, like is it 7 or something? They have another number that they treat like that because it's an unlucky number in their culture.
So
I do not know that at all. I've never heard that.
And I could have asked a flight attendant, but I said, I'll just ask people on the radio instead.
I am crazy intrigued by that.
Well, apparently, according to the AI overview, airlines omit specific row numbers, including row 33, primarily to standardize seat maps across different aircraft models.
That doesn't make any sense.
If an airline operates various planes, example given a massive Boeing 777 and a smaller Boeing 737, they often skip numbers so that premium cabins, exit rows, or the very last row always correspond to the same row number.
Okay.
I still do not understand that.
So I think I do get that. I was on a 737 800/900, whatever it was. So, but that is, so on the larger plane, the rows behind would still, like the exit rows will always be
the same number.
Let's just say row, 38 or, even though they had to, there are less rows on a smaller plane. So to make those significant rows, those exit rows, the same on larger aircraft, they have to skip numbers to get there. Right?
Well, don't say something you don't know the answer to and then ask me, right?
No, no.
This is your theory. I don't know. Is that true?
That is what Deb just said to me from AI.
Yeah, exactly.
When is AI ever wrong?
Well, the other
Never,
thing,
Jack. It's always accurate.
Speaking of airlines, I learned a real interesting hack today and just looked it up. And it turns out that, yes, using a library computer is a popular hack to bypass browser cookies and IP tracking, ensuring you get a fresh, unbiased search environment when shopping for airfare. Think about it. I saw this on Instagram. It had close to 300,000 likes in only 2 days. I saved it to show it to you.
So the computer that you use at home, it already have information in the cache that you're looking for something, and it would automatically direct you to a certain...
Think of dynamic pricing, right?
Okay,
and even if you use incognito, even if you use VPN, apparently there's enough data left behind that dynamic pricing still goes into play. This woman on Instagram said they saved $500 on a flight by booking through the library computer because they didn't have all that cookie data to do all that dynamic pricing.
Yeah.
You just want to make sure it has a secure logging. You're going to want to check in with your librarian before just logging on and making sure. But it's a popular hack because they don't have all your browsing history. They don't know what you've been looking at.
Well, I guess theoretically you could do that from your work computer, could you not? Same type thing?
Except you'd want to be real careful with the work computer just because you don't want to be that one person that unleashes a virus or something onto your work computer.
Yeah. The old spirit virus.
But if I'm putting my credit card information in, I'd rather do it on my work computer than in a public library.
And that it's true, but that's why they do recommend like talking with your librarian and saying, listen, this is what I'm signing up to use your computers, what's your software like. But if you're looking to book a trip and with gas prices going up, have you guys heard the next thing they said is going to be in short supply real quick?
Is airline or plane fuel?
No, is oil. So if you need a car, if you need your oil change, if you need any kind of specialty fluids.
Actually, I have to do that tomorrow morning.
Get it done now.
Really?
Get it done now.
Incredible.
Yeah, there was like a leaked memo from one of the big auto parts stores that said, listen, this is going to be the next thing your customer base is going to need to brace themselves for.
Why? I have a stupid question then. I mean, this is as stupid as it gets. Oh, this is 2 today. Man, I'm on a roll. Maybe there'll be 5 more today. I have as many stupid questions as we have winners in this game. All right, here we go. All right, so here's my stupid question. If I use synthetic oil, am I still in the same boat there? Is synthetic oil in any way, shape, or form based on normal petroleum oil, or is it completely and utterly synthetic created in a lab? Does it have any fossil fuel in it at all?
That's a very good question.
I mean, the idea of it being synthetic leads you to believe no.
Yeah, Deb, what does your AI say about that?
But the base of it could be, I guess.
I didn't look at the AI for that. I just saw it on the news that, they're saying, like I said, this memo went out saying this closure of the Strait of Hormuz is making specialty fluids and oil for oil changes. Think school buses, your own car to get to work.
Yeah. And by the way, we got to go to break here in a second, but I got a question here. So do you guys change your oil when your car tells you to or when your sticker tells you to?
Neither. When I tell me to.
You shut up.
I wait for my car.
You wait for the car to tell you.
Yeah.
Me too, because the sticker's a scam.
It's to sell more oil.
It's to sell more oil.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, synthetic oil is gonna. I mean, you could use it. I mean, look, a
I
lot
don't know
of
if I use
mechanics
synthetic.
out there will tell you if you have a brand new car, synthetic oil is good for a lot of miles. They want you
like
to change
5,000,
it.
right?
They want you to change it every 5,000. I think synthetic's good for 10, and I know that for a fact because my own truck tells me to change it differently than the sticker. If it was the sticker, I'd never be able to afford it because it's like $180 every time you do it. And we live all this way away from work. I rack up 5,000 miles, no problem whatsoever. So I just wait for my truck to tell me, which it's yelling at me right now.
Well, get it done now.
All right,
Here's a little AI factoid. Synthetic oil is made from highly processed crude oil or natural gas that is broken down.
Oh, there you go. So
rebuilt molecule by molecule and enhanced with additives. So I have a feeling it will have an effect on that as well.
It will. I didn't know if it was just lab created or if it had a base in petroleum or not. I'd never really paid attention to that.
And synthetic oil, I think you could go like 100,000 miles between oil changes. Isn't that
I
correct?
think a 10 is minimum. I think any mechanic would tell you that.
I think 10 is.
All right, got a fresh keyword for you right now.
It's back. The 2026 Orlando International Fringe Theater Festival, happening now through May 25th in Lock Haven Park. Tickets and buttons available now at orlandofringe.org.
Crew still working on a crash 417 northbound at Landstar Boulevard. Shoulder there remains blocked. Also another crash, 192 eastbound approaching Parton Settlement Road. Some lane blockage there and slow ride right now, I-4 westbound between Princeton Street and South Street. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Hurry, offer ends 5/21. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
It's not just home loans. That mortgage guy, Don, also does commercial and SBA, Small Business Administration loans as well. And if you already have an existing SBA loan with a rate of 9% or more, then today is your lucky day. And that's because that mortgage guy, Don, can refinance your qualified high-interest SBA loan to a low fixed rate of 8.25%. Maybe you want to buy a business or franchise. Well, that mortgage guy, Don, has your back with over 50 sources for your SBA and business loans of all sizes. And you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgagguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgagguydon.com.
Orlando, this is it. Your last chance to see the Storm at home this regular season. Friday, May 22nd at 8 p.m., the Orlando Storm battle the DC Defenders at Inrinco Stadium. And the first 5,000 fans get a free Storm hat. Get tickets now at uflstorm.com/tickets.
Looking for a great deal on your favorite local spot? Head on over to CentralFloridaSaves.com, where you can find gift cards to some great local Central Florida restaurants and attractions for up to 50% off. Supplies are limited, so head over to CentralFloridaSaves.com and check out the active deals before they run out. And don't forget to sign up for their email alerts so you don't miss a deal. That's CentralFloridaSaves.com. Find great deals on your favorite local spot. CentralFloridaSaves.com.
Tap dancing is not as much fun on carpeting as it is on a hardwood floor. That's why you should go see Core Flooring Center to become a great tap dancer or just to improve the quality of your home. And for a limited time, Core Flooring Center is offering 10% off all flooring and installation starting at just $1 a square foot. Core Flooring has a huge selection of wood flooring, waterproof laminate, vinyl planks, even carpeting. If you want to go that route, you can. Go see our buddy Corey at Core Flooring Center. Tell him Jack sent you from Real Radio. Save an extra $50. But again, right now, 10% off all flooring. And not only that, Corey at Core Flooring Center offers a best price guarantee on all installed products. So if you get a quote, do not buy it without taking that quote to Corey. He guarantees to beat it. Online, it's coreflooringfl.com. He's located on 436 in Winter Park. But again, the website is core, C-O-R-E, coreflooringfl.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Subject to credit approval and down payment.
The time is now. It's time to get a car. It's a great time to do it. It's zero down to get one. Your credit don't matter. Your past don't matter. Your score don't matter. The time is now to get a car. Zero down, you can get a car. Your credit don't matter. Your past don't matter. That repo don't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm talking to you, directly to you. You don't need money. It's zero down. Your credit is bad, and it's okay. We deal with these type of things every day. Cinco de Mayo, it's all month. It's a sale. We doing it all month. Where you don't need money, it's zero down. You can walk right in and drive right out. The time is now to get a car. It's zero down. DaytonaMitsubishi.com.
Good night, guys. It's Angel from the Monsters, and I'll have your next chance to win tickets to see the 2026 FIFA World Cup, courtesy of Mick Ultra, Saturday, May 30th at the filling station from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for the 41st anniversary. And to find out where I will be all month long with World Cup tickets, log on to realradio.fm.
Hi, this is Mark Spain, and we're hiring listing agents. Maybe your kids are self-sufficient now and you're ready to jump back into the workforce. Or perhaps you're stuck in that demanding job and the compensation just doesn't match your hard work. Are you ready for a career move that will be rewarding and earn you the high income you deserve? If you enjoy delivering great customer service and working with people, I want to talk to you. At Mark Spain Real Estate, we have all the components to make you successful as a real estate agent fast. Go to joinmarkspain.com. That's joinmarkspain.com and apply today.
At Rental World, we've served Osceola County since 1971 with top quality equipment, competitive prices, and unbeatable service. From mini excavators and stump grinders to pressure washers and dump trailers. As a Steel Elite dealer, we carry everything from chainsaws to trimmers, plus concrete saws and more. For a limited time, BR 600 blowers are $50 off. FS 56 RC trimmers are $30 off, and more deals in store. Visit RentalWorldFL.com or stop by today. Rental World, making your job easier for over 50 years.
It's the perfect day. You're just driving along, listening to your favorite music, the windows down. There's a cool breeze. Life is good. But wait, hold on a second. You're not wearing a seatbelt? You'd better put that on before that... Uh-oh, too late. Cops everywhere are stepping up enforcement, so you'd better buckle up or you will get caught. Sorry to ruin your day. Click it or ticket.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Host an event they'll never forget at Crush Yard. Designed for group gatherings of all kinds, Crush Yard makes it easy to bring people together for team events, birthday parties, and milestone celebrations. With pickleball courts, great food and drinks, and flexible space to play or relax, everything comes together in one place. We handle the details so you can focus on your guests and enjoy the moment. It's an interactive, high-energy experience everyone will remember. Learn more at CrushYard.com.
Need a new roof or gutters? Visit homebuildersnetwork.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, deposit. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? Okay, get out of the wind. Anyway, Jack, the reason there's not a 33rd row on commercial airline is because they standardize the seating charts. So you got to take into account things like exit rows, but literally it's just to standardize everything so they're identical on both sides. And Jimmy, I left you an email. Jack, please guide me accordingly. How can I put your sales reps in charge with potential places? Aloha.
Oh. What's going on, guys? Your boy Big Show here.
What's up, Show?
Jimmy, I heard you talking about your oil. Go on Groupon. They give you a discount. It's almost half off of Jiffy Lube or other oil places, and you just pay the taxes. It's what I do. I drive a lot. So I do that, and it works out for me, man.
Yeah, a lot of people checking in on the oil life thing. I just wait for my truck to tell me because I think it's designed to do that because that sticker's like, you better do it here. And I'll blow past that sticker every single time because I know that synthetic oil lasts longer than traditional oil. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
All right, your 5 o'clock keyword is deposit, DEPOSIT. Go to realradio.fm and send it away for your chance at $1,000. Deposit is the word, guys. Go get that money. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
He is.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Saw this on Reddit today, and I found this to be quite interesting. And actually, I know it's a true story because there was a video that accompanied this scenario. So let's just say this. I think we can use ourselves as an example here, all right? And you tell me if this is out of bounds. Now, we've known each other quite a while. I've known Jack for 25 years, buddy.
28.
I've known Deborah now for probably 15 years or so.
25.
Okay. And I've known Ross for 8 years, as long as he's been on the program here. And let's say we're all going out to dinner, right? And we're sitting there having dinner, right? And let's say that Deborah orders. No, excuse me. How do I say this? Let's say that
carefully.
Let's say that I order something that Deborah thinks looks delicious. And
right.
We're all having dinner. We're having drinks, having a good time. And you look at my plate and you go, "Man, that looks delicious."
And I just reach over with my fork. And
No. I put a piece of the food on my fork and I feed it to you.
Completely inappropriate.
It is unbelievably inappropriate. But even as friends, and let me tell you, the video for this was crazy because these guys. What happened is this couple was having dinner with another couple. It was listen.
Oh,
listen,
really?
yeah.
That kind of couple.
No. The woman and the couple in question. It was her girlfriend and her husband, and they were all very good friends. Mm-hmm. But it was the woman's, if it was me and Tori, it would have been Tori's best friend's, husband or boyfriend, right? Mm-hmm. He gave her a bite of his food and fed it to her. Mm-mm. The husband, which would be me, did not care for it at all. Did not. And I mean, his entire demeanor changed. And they're down. They're friends, they're pals.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to need to see this video.
But his entire demeanor changed, and he just focused his look right at the guy, and it's like, "Hey, what's going on? What are you guys doing?" And the wife, he goes, "Well, I saw that his dinner looked good, and he just gave me a bite of it." And he's like, "No, dude, you don't do that. You should. I don't care how good of friends we are. Do not feed my wife." And now look, I kind of understand that because I was seeing Deb's face, and that's the thing. At first, I was like, I don't get the big deal.
Oh, I do. Because off of his fork?
But I'll tell you why I'll say this. If it was Code Black and his wife and my wife and I, and we were out to eat, and Code Black gave a piece of his food to my wife because she wanted to taste it, it would not be a big deal at all. That would not be a big deal.
He leans across the table and puts the fork he had just had in his own mouth and offers the same fork that just came out of his own mouth, and he leans past you on the table to feed it to your wife off the fork that just came out of his. Because it's true.
Stop saying it like this.
Because it's unsavory.
The next time you kiss your wife, you're kissing Code Black.
It's not even.
Get in there. Get in there.
He's our Trooper Steve.
Oh my God! Look at how red you just turned. I think we discovered a secret crush. That's why you keep having computer problems.
Well played. It has nothing to do with that, but because we are our families at one point were literally like one big family. When we lived next door to them, I'll tell you how crazy it got. Because I'm the cook in my family primarily, and his wife is the cook in his family primarily. I shouldn't say primarily, is the cook in the family. I mean, he does barbecue stuff. And we would regularly eat at each other's houses and stuff. And it got to a point where I was calling up his wife and saying, "Hey, what are we doing for dinner tonight? What are we making the family for dinner tonight? What's the plan?" So we had that kind of relationship for many, many years until we moved away. So for him to give my wife a bite of his food, a piece of sushi or whatever, it wouldn't be that big of a deal to me. And he's about the only guy I can think that would be like that with. Because if Jack did it, I'd be go across the table. Because Jack has said some unsavory stuff about my wife before. And
I thought it was going to be the way he was going to lick the fork before he licked the food.
Try some of this pineapple upside down cake.
Pineapple. I know what you're doing. But if that was, I mean, think about that, Jack. Like me and you and Tori and Naomi are having dinner, right?
No.
And hold on.
I really don't like it.
And Naomi looks at my plate and she goes, "Man, that looks really good." I'm like, "You want to try it?" She's like, "I'd love to try it."
Oh my God. And Tori would kill the three of you before the fork even made it halfway across the table. You guys would be dead.
And how did I get killed?
And I cut a little piece and I feed it to your wife across the table. How you feeling about that?
I'm not liking it one bit.
Yeah, as she watches your wife carve off a little piece, she's gonna be feeding that to you.
Of my neck.
My wife and I will do that, right? Like she'll feed me. Like if she wants me to try something, she'll feed me. What about your kids? Like if your kids are there and they're like, "Hey, Dad, that looks good."
Oh yeah, that's no
different.
problem. I mean, that's my kids. Yeah.
It's
I
like,
mean, anybody whose butt I've wiped
yeah,
is safe there. Yeah.
Well, I guess that leaves a lot.
Or
of
wipe
people.
yours.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, it's kind of like the same thing as like the hug between J.D. Vance and Erica Kirk.
Right. Yeah.
When her hand went up into his hair. That's a very intimate move.
Also, where your hand is on the back. Like if I ever give someone like one of those welcoming hugs, and it's a woman, we do that sometimes with the people who come in as guests.
Middle of the back.
Can I tell you, mine is shoulder blades, dude. I never even go past the bra thing. I'm like, I don't want to even feel the bra strap. I'm above that. I want no indication that I'm making a move at all anywhere. And I'll tell you, if you look at some of the photographs we've taken with groups right outside the studio, look where my hands are.
Way up in the air.
I got that Tom Brady thing, dude. They are behind my back as if I'm in cuffs. Like I don't want any of that stuff out there.
Mm-hmm. And we know why.
You mentioned you saw the video. A couple texters pointing it out. And how is there video of this couple eating and them sharing?
Because it was like a birthday dinner or something like that. So it happened in real time. Then the lady made the post on Reddit after the case.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? It's like, imagine us going to a celebratory dinner and somebody's taking a video of the dinner. While the video was being taken, that's when this happened. And the guy didn't know it was going to happen. It just kind of happened. And then the guy like started staring at the guy who just fed his wife, a piece of food, and the wife was kind of tripping out because she couldn't understand why the guy was so mad.
Yeah.
Or why he was kind of tripping like that. So that's how it went down.
Now. You got to get a new wife.
No new wife.
You don't get it. That means how many other forks is she eating off of?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Oh, you fork whore.
Ooh, jeez.
I really didn't see that. I mean,
not the show title.
I guess it's dependent on those relationships. I mean, do you have anybody that could do that? Could your bestie do that to Chris? Could your bestie hand her a piece of like?
Yes, my two closest female best friends could, but it would still be under because they wouldn't feel comfortable with it.
Right.
Because it's an intimate act.
That is really.
It's an intimate act. You are taking something that came out of your mouth and you're using it to feed the other person. That is something that is reserved for spouses, like you said. You wouldn't mind, just like the guy said, I don't mind, if he'd cut the piece of food and put it on her plate and then let her get it with her fork.
Right.
But that is an intimate move, you guys. That is intimacy in a public place.
I hate agreeing with you, but I do think you're right, and I'll tell you why. That last thing you just said is true. Like, even when my own wife wants a bite of something that I've ordered from the restaurant, I rarely feed it to her. I shouldn't say never. I rarely feed it to her. I'll almost always cut a piece off and put it on her plate so she can eat it at her leisure.
So you can imagine how you would react if Chris leans over and puts his fork and feeds it to your wife.
Yay.
Again, I don't know Chris as well as I know everybody else. It's a little different. Oh, come on, son of a bitch.
He walked right into it, dude. That's the door opening.
How many free tickets is going to get me to Mountain Door stuff? All right, 407-916-1041. Text 77031. Your 5 o'clock keyword is deposit. That's DEPOSIT.
Ew.
Slide over to realradio.fm and send away for your chance.
Ew.
At $1,000. And with that $1,000, you can buy somebody else's wife some dinner.
There you go.
And then feed it to her. That's right. All right, back in a sec.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
And they said 1 in 7 men and 1 in 10 women in the United States don't have a single friend.
Do you think any of this group of people would make a good radio host? Because, like, you of the three of us are the closest to having no friends.
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Crew still working on a crash 417 northbound at Landstar Boulevard. Shoulder there remains blocked. Also another crash 192 eastbound approaching Parton Settlement Road. Some lane blockage there and slow ride right now I-4 westbound between Princeton Street and South Street. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
Ready to upgrade to the perfect sleep setup? Let Mattress Firm's sleep experts guide you to the perfect bed at the Memorial Day sale. Top brands, ideal comfort, score unbeatable deals on both. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
Man, let me tell you something. I love my friends over at the Nickley Group. These guys are the best realtors in all of Central Florida. And when you realize that the real estate market trends are a real local situation, that means market conditions and trends will vary greatly from one area to another. It's super important not to pay attention to national headlines when you hear out there, oh, the housing market is this or the housing market is that. Well, it may be in Evansville, Indiana or Laredo, Texas, but here in Orlando, I got to tell you, housing market's still pretty darn good. And if you have the right real estate group, you can make some money off your home, or you can find the dream home you've been looking for years. Either way, the Nickley Group is there to help you in either one of those situations. If you're selling your home, that's your number one asset. You want to make as much as possible, and the Nickley Group on average gets 6% more for their listings than their competitors, and on that, they get it in half the time. That's right. More money in your pocket faster is always good. And look, if you're selling a house or you're looking for a house, nobody's going to check off all those boxes like the guys over at the Nickley Group, and their VIP program kicks in as well. Free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies, and they even have this guaranteed cash offer, no showings or open houses, and you can close in just 14 days. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
The Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to us by the Home Builders Network. We've been telling you about Mike the Home Builder and the great job that he does each and every day helping our listeners with those bigger home projects. For me, it was a roof, it was gutters, it was a new bathroom, but he also does replacement windows and also a door. You need a new front door? Mike at the Home Builders Network is where you go. HBNUSA.com. You can follow the Home Builders Network on Facebook and Instagram. See their recent work. Use someone local, someone you can trust, someone with over 36 years of experience. It's HBNUSA.com for the Home Builders Network, and listen to their show Saturday mornings at 7. License number CBC 1255975 and CCC 1329039.
At AutoNation, there's no pressure, no surprises, just the keys. Now through Memorial Day, get 0% financing on your favorite new vehicles. You'll save thousands of dollars in interest alone. Drive the car you want today with 0% financing. Don't wait. Memorial Day savings end May 25th. Hurry to your nearest AutoNation dealership. Less stress, more go. Visit AutoNation.com for eligible vehicles. 0 APR for a limited term with approved credit. Cannot be combined with other offers.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Congratulations to Adrian and Mary, last year's winners of $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, installation is included, and most windows are installed in less than 8 weeks with a lifetime guarantee that transfers when you sell. And now is your chance to win them for free. Just text the word TRUST to 20129 to win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. That's TRUST to 20129.
Whether it's that check engine light, those streaky wipers, or that DIY fix you've been putting off, now is the time to visit Advance Auto Parts, your first stop for parts, service, and reliability. From quick fixes to big jobs, we've got you covered. Need a new battery, brakes, wipers, oil? Everything you need is right here, along with people who really know cars. With Advance, you can always count on fast, friendly, and dependable service. Never settle for anything less. Visit Advance Auto Parts today.
Dan Dennis here. Look, I don't need an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every single day, and it's awful. So do me a favor. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for your trade-in too. At Greenway Kia, over 40 dealerships bid for your trade, so you can be confident you're getting the best value possible for your trade-in. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Negative equity refinanced. Expires 6/5/26.
Sell your home fast and for the most money with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
They say a good lawyer knows the law and a great lawyer knows the judge. But the truth, the right lawyer makes all the difference in your life. At TK Law, the right lawyer will help you avoid trauma, resolve disputes, and find a way forward. Whether it's divorce, a business conflict, or a car accident, we are trusted by our clients, we're respected by our peers, and we're proven where it matters the most. Don't settle for just the lawyer. Choose the right lawyer. Choose TK Law. OneFirmForLife.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1. Still to come, we find out what's in the good sauce with Ross Padgett. Today at 6 on The Jim Colbert Show.
Jimmy, how many wives do you want to fork? Because you say it's not that bad, but, you know, if I forked your wife, that'd be one thing. I'm going to get in trouble for this, aren't I?
No.
Good.
I wish I'd have thought of it first, actually.
Bert Carew. Jimmy, her tone of voice will change nothing about how wrong you are about this. Big deal.
Call me a cynic, guys, but I don't believe any of that video was real, mainly because every single video on the internet that looks like is candidly shot is never candidly shot. It's just people wanting clicks and wanting attention, just like they got with Jim.
What up, guys? Sport from Duval.
Duval.
Talking about feeding somebody with your fork. Deb, take a walk with me, okay?
All right.
You, Jim, and Jack are at dinner. Halfway through dinner, Jim reaches over and feeds Jack with his fork. How do you react, Deb?
Oh,
do you say something?
No, I'm
or do you
taking
just get up and
video.
leave?
No, I'm taking video.
Later.
That's social media
Hey,
hits,
Real
dude.
Radio 104.1 listeners, remember the key word is deposit. Deposit, as in never let another man take a fork full of food and deposit it into your wife's mouth. Deposit.
Very clever, buddy. I love it. I love you guys. You're the best. And I love you guys. It's awesome. These two in here I can't stand. It's you I come here for every day.
Well, listen. For you, someone did text us at 77031. Okay, I don't normally agree with Jim, but this doesn't sound like it's an issue. And to Deborah's point, I don't know how you eat, but I generally just put my mouth for the parts of my mouth on the food from the fork, not the entire fork.
Right.
And I remember you have no complete issue with letting Ross use your lip balm one day, which that seems absolutely gross as well.
How is it that everybody remembers everything and I have to do tricks to remember my own phone number? How is that possible? Like, I have a coded door lock and I swear I have to stop at it once or twice a week and go, okay, let's figure this out. Let's work this out. It's 4 digits.
What's that riddle again?
Yeah, it's 4 digits. All right. Like that wise ass said earlier, deposit is your 5 o'clock keyword. DEPOSIT. Like, I'm going to deposit his entry laundry into the trash can, and he can wait by the phone for the rest of his GD life. Deposit. All right, I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Indeed.
And if you're just tuning in, the whole thing, and by the way, the video is real. Look, here's the thing. I'm like the biggest staunch anti-video guy on AI because I hate getting taken by it. And it was just a very natural video of somebody recording like a birthday dinner or something. That's what it was. I mean, it happens all the time. It's going to happen 15 times a night somewhere across Orlando. There's going to be a birthday dinner. Somebody's going to be videotaping it. And then this happened during the videotaping.
But it wouldn't be the first time whether it's on Reddit, they have Ask Reddit or, am I the a-hole or things that people put out there.
Right.
They stage it, but I mean, it can still be a good argument. I believe this is a good argument. I think it's fun because we have differing opinions on it.
Let me ask this then, okay? That you tell me this, right? Okay, so, and this is actually, I think this has happened in the studio. You tell me if this is wrong, and I'm rolling the dice here, okay? Because we get a lot of really good food delivered to the studio. We work with the Rosen guys, and they bring in these great pairing dinners, and we are so lucky to have these unbelievable chefs come in and deliver us some food that we probably do not deserve here on the air. And when the desserts come through, specifically, we always, because desserts are different than the savory foods. They usually have a different little complexion or taste or whatever.
Flavor profile.
And I'll be sitting here and I'll eat my food, and Deborah will look over and said, well, how is that? And I'm like, it's delicious. And then she'll reach over with her fork and take a piece of the food that's off my plate and eat it.
Who does that?
You do that. You've done it.
Once.
It doesn't matter how many times. I'm just saying that's not the same at all, right? Because
No.
it's just you using your fork and me kind of pushing my plate over there so you can get your own bite. That's not even close to the same, right?
No, it's not.
All right.
And even if you don't, it's just the intimacy of it.
So what if I get a jar of peanut butter and I fill up a finger and I reach over to Deb?
I will change your day, possibly your week. Let's just not my first peanut butter rodeo, okay? I'm going to curl some toes. And I'm going to curl some toes.
And I'm going to be able to count to 9.
No, 10.
All right. So I wanted to bring this up today because I think it's a really good talker. By the way, I think
Jack with the peanut butter comment.
I think Joel is going to be with us today, not Ross, because Ross got a callback for a bit. So
really?
Yeah. I don't know. He got a callback for a cool bit. So we'll see how that goes. We'll hear about it more tomorrow, I'm sure. Hopefully that works out for him.
Cool.
Let me ask you guys. Now, you haven't had many jobs, right, Jack?
I've had a handful.
You've had a handful, right?
Yeah.
Like back when you were in Jersey, you worked at a pizza spot?
I worked managed pizzeria, delivered pizza, made pizza.
Okay.
Newspapers, checkout person, pumped gas.
CJ's.
Was a delivery guy for a printer.
Wow,
that was all Jersey stuff.
Okay.
Then managed a deli. Then I came down here, and then it was CJ's, which was line cook, shucker, server, bartender, manager, all at the same place. Then a bartender, and then I came here.
And then here. So how about you?
Babysitting waitress. Do not forget, I was the takeout chicken hostess at Mark's Big Boy.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like that.
Thank you.
Knee-high socks and skates. Bring it on. Where's my peanut butter?
I have asked, would you like fries with that when I worked at Arby's?
All right, very nice.
Then I worked at Disney, and then I got into radio.
Right. So my work careers is I worked for a couple print shops. And then I bought my dad's print shop. Then I sold that and went into the radio business. So I actually haven't had that many employers. How many employers have you had that are drunks?
Oh, wow.
Or have had issues with drugs or alcohol?
Oh, okay. You just definitely expanded the pool there.
Yeah. Well, the reason I asked this is a really interesting piece in the New York Times today about people who work at companies that their bosses are alcoholics or they're addicts. And it is a really fascinating piece. If you have any interest in reading anything about something like that, it's like workplace stuff. And I know workplace stuff has been in the since the COVID. Workplace stuff has always been one of those kind of toss-up things, and it's changed dramatically since 2020. With CEOs battling people coming back to work, working from home, all these different rules and changes, people like quiet quitting. I mean, the workplace has been very interesting. I've never worked for an alcoholic in my life, but I had worked for somebody who was a sex addict. This was years ago. And
how do you know that?
Well, it was a guy, and he shared a lot, and he had Polaroids to prove it. So he was
the
that
good old Polaroid.
Yeah, the good old Polaroid, right? And I've not worked for I've worked with some people in the building that had alcohol issues, and I know for a fact because they would be drinking on the job. You could smell it in their coffee. You could smell it when they came back from lunch. They had that mouthwash kind of thing, and you could kind of smell the vodka peeking through that.
I don't
Never had an
recall
experience
that.
like that?
No.
It is kind of weird because in the context of this story, and I wonder out there if people are listening, if they've ever worked with somebody that's had a situation like that, because it really kind of goes back to, he is the person for this particular story was like, our boss would disappear for days and just rely on a 50-person office to kind of go through with it, and the boss would just be gone.
Yeah.
And I was actually hoping one of you guys had an experience like that. I thought you may for sure at CJ's.
It really, your stability is hinged on someone who's not stable. Like if it's a boss, depending, like if they're the owner of the company,
Sure,
or
and that's the thing, is he a founder? So
Yeah.
you can't fire this guy. You can't really talk to him.
No.
I had a couple places I worked at, both in the restaurant sphere. There might have been some drug and alcohol use.
Yes.
I wouldn't classify either as alcoholic.
Got it.
That's what my question was going to be, is I wonder if there's certain industries that are more prone to that. Because when Jack said, that widened up the pool a lot, I thought, well, yeah, because in the restaurant business,
it's
restaurant,
rampant.
nightclub,
Yeah.
promotion, kind of event promoter. It's rampant in those industries, maybe not so much so, or at least we assume not so much so in medicine or law. And yet I wouldn't be surprised to find out that that's absolutely the case. Those are really high pressure jobs.
I heard law for sure, but the other
Really?
the other one I heard, and the only other, I'm trying to think here, I'll make sure this is right. The only other instance I remember even telling me about this, and I know this is the truth, was the real estate business. It was a brokerage years and years ago that I had a buddy that worked for, and he told me that the guy who ran the brokerage was a sloppy drunk, like show up drunk, drinking through the day type thing. And but he was very personable and was able to work around the deficiencies that the alcohol provided for him, which weren't much. It just made him very gregarious because he was one of those alcoholics that kind of drank to not shake. It wasn't like he's, getting, like frat boy drunk at work. He's just maintaining like a true alcoholic,
Yeah.
And he said the office really didn't suffer a whole lot because he had set up the tenants to the point where people could just kind of go through the process and it was okay.
Let's see. I had a lot of people texting us, 77031. I had a direct supervisor who was an alcoholic. Best 5 years of my life, but kind of a blur at times.
Yeah, it is why I just wondered out there, and we know that there are certain industries that have that. I think one of the reasons I asked about this, and this was a tech business, by the way, I'm talking about, I believe it was a tech business in this story, if I remember right. And what I wanted to kind of find out is if it happened in, like, we know in the restaurant business it's rampant. We know that. But, do dentist office have problems like this with hygienist?
With the dentist?
Do I tell you another place, man?
Hitting that laughing gas.
Dude, I'll tell you another place. Schools.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyone who deals with middle schoolers should be allowed to drink on the job.
We knew for a fact there were two at my high school, and everybody kind of knew it. But because they were so beloved and the students loved them, they literally never faced any repercussions for it, and they knew they were drunk. They knew it for a fact and never said a word about it. Because again, they were very effective teachers. Everybody loved them. Everybody just kind of played along with it. And dude, I think she taught for the school for like 40 years, buddy.
Wow.
40 years. And I bet people listening right now, they know exactly who it is.
Well, a lot of people texting attorneys, judges, doctors, famously at lunch. You can see them all over downtown, hard drinks coming in and out during the day. But, with those careers, I would imagine it would be hard to seek help. Yeah. Because if you're a doctor, you put your medical license and any kind of accreditation at certain hospitals at risk. So you'd almost have to end up doing treatment secretly and surreptitiously. And I would imagine for an attorney it would be the same thing, because that could open all kinds of legal loopholes about, were you inebriated at the time you handled this case? Does it mean it needs to be retried? I mean, you could see where this could open a whole lot of can of worms, which is a shame, because that's what keeping that person from getting the help that they need.
It is crazy. Somebody just texted in and said, and it's so funny. Again, I just remembered this as people are texting in. It's like kind of jogging my memory is that it said, Jim, you mentioned real estate, but the timeshare sales world is one of those worlds where it can sometimes drag in some people who didn't quite make it in other worlds.
Yeah.
Right.
And those worlds are really receptive to almost anybody that's willing to kind of pick up the phone and give it a shot, and Wolf of Wall Street kind of stuff.
Somebody else just texted, alcohol addiction statistics, a recent study conducted by the ABA Commission on Lawyer Assistance Programs and the Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation showed that nearly 21% of lawyers and others in legal professions were considered problem drinkers.
Wow, that's so crazy, man.
From the American Addiction Center.
Somebody said here, 80% of my higher-ups are addicted. Had a mentor program director, a former alcoholic who had to take midday naps because he was addicted to opioids.
Somebody else said the subcontractor industry is full of drunks.
Well, that's the funny thing is I think the construction industry in general is one of those places where it's kind of a landing place for people who may have issues like that, where they know that they're not going to really get screened for stuff. As long as they show up, they do the job they're asked to do. As a rule, they probably won't get hit, which is always kind of weird to me, because I figured that OSHA would require these the people who run construction companies to really vet those people, because if they get injured while it's happening, it's bad news.
Well, you have quite a few texters agreeing with that sentiment.
What?
The construction workers drinking.
Yeah, I think just in general. I mean, I know I knew a guy back in the day who chose to go into construction because he just wanted to smoke weed. He wanted to be able to smoke weed all day long, and the only job that he could do that was roofing. And I'm not saying anything bad about roofers. I mean, there are a lot of great roofing companies out there. Eustace Roofing was with us for many, many years. But I'm telling you, man, that's exactly what he said. He says, I like smoking weed. It makes me comfortable. I can still be very productive. And the only place I can do that and still maintain my job is doing construction work. And at that time, he was roofing.
I wonder, too, if this is a problem for veterinarians.
Because of the emotional nature of always dealing with people losing their best friends.
Well, not just that. I mean, it is the profession, they say, that has the highest rate of suicide.
Does it really? I thought that was dentists.
It's veterinarians.
Really?
I mean, a veterinary practice is expensive. It's heart-wrenching. Yeah. It's not just the people who lose their best friends. Think of that client who comes in and says, I don't want this dog anymore. I had heard from someone who works at a rescue, dropped off their 14-year-old dog because it didn't match the couch anymore. And then this vet, because of law, has to put the animal down.
Oh, God, dude.
And then on a daily basis, even for the people who love them, having to put them down and stuff.
Yeah.
And being that person.
I want to drink just from hearing that story.
I know, right? I mean, it can be a very depressing industry. And of course, people who go into veterinary medicine do it because they love animals.
Yeah.
But then they forget they have to deal with people.
Right, yeah.
And they're the worst animals.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Deposit is your 5 o'clock keyword. That's D. Stop it. I'll never be able to read that word the same now. That guy ruined it. Jack, take that out of the rotation.
Okay.
Or block that guy from calling again. One of the two. Deposit is the word, guys. DEPOSIT. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Load them up, guys. It's time for trivia. Let's give some stuff away.
Robots don't get hungover. That's why they can't work here. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
This is 11-year NBA veteran Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Staples.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell says the league is cooperating with the Florida Attorney General's investigation of the Rooney Rule. Rays infielder Ben Williamson, he was placed on the injured list today. He's got a back strain. Newly acquired utility man Oliver Dunn will take the roster spot. And NCAA leaders are reportedly closing in on adding flag football as a championship-level sport in all divisions by 2028. I'm Scott Davidson.
It's Staples' 40th anniversary, and they've got deals worth celebrating. Now through May 23rd, enjoy up to 50% off. Save on paper, chairs, custom print, balloons, and more. 4 decades in business deserves some seriously smart savings. Staples, that was easy.
When you've got a one-track mind, you go where the cravings take you.
Welcome to Racetrack.
Breakfast that satisfies. snacks that sing, drinks that refresh. It's a stop that pulls you in. We don't blame you for having a one-track mind, because once you stop at Racetrack, no other stop will do.
Same time tomorrow?
You know it. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
Subject to credit approval and down payment.
The time is now. It's time to get a car. It's a great time to do it. It's zero down to get one. Your credit don't matter. Your past don't matter. Your score don't matter. The time is now to get a car. It's zero down. You can get a car. Your credit don't matter. Your past don't matter. That repo don't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm talking to you, directly to you. You don't need money. It's zero down. Your credit is bad, and it's okay. We deal with these type of things every day. Cinco de Mayo, it's all month. It's a sale. We doing it all month. Where you don't need money. It's zero down. You can walk right in and drive right out. The time is now to get a car. It's zero down. Daytona Mitsubishi.com.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
The jewelry store with the most likes, the most positive reviews, the most raving fans is International Diamond Center.
IDC is definitely a place that I will come to as long as I live here. This will be my go-to place always.
Literally the best jewelry store in town. You'll make friends for life coming in here.
I felt like family from the beginning, and it made a rather daunting task very, very easy.
They really take the time to find out what you want or what you desire in a ring.
You have to come here. There's no other option. The customer service, the time spent to do what I wanted and what her vision was, there's no other place to go.
You know you can go there, and you know that you can trust.
The value was extraordinary.
They genuinely care about their customers. It's not just about the sale. It's about the people.
International Diamond Center, the people's choice for selection, quality, value, and service.
I've got a beautiful diamond on my finger, and I'm very proud of it.
International Diamond Center.
I'm very happy to show it off.
Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennium, and online at shopidc.com.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for a seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Your story has power, and it can turn silence into connection. This Mental Health Awareness Month, NAMI invites you to share your story of hope, resilience, or recovery to inspire others to seek support. Stigma grows in silence, but healing begins in community. Every experience helps break down stigma and remind someone they're not alone. Visit NAMI.org/MHAM to submit your story and find community through your local NAMI. Together, we educate, we support, we advocate, we listen, we lead. NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenickleegroup.com.
Hey guys, it's us, the Jonas Brothers. I'm Joe.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Nick. And guess what?
We created our own podcast called Hey Jonas.
We
invented a podcast? Well, we didn't invent it. We just contributed to it.
We're the first people to do podcasts.
We get to ask other people questions because we're sick and tired of being asked questions. Well, sick and tired is a strong way to put it, but, you know.
Tired and sick.
Tired and sick. Listen to Hey Jonas on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Hey Jonas and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Hi, it's Pixie the Clown, the star of Welcome to Clowntown, playing at this year's Orlando Fringe, and I wanted to invite you to my final 2 shows this week. It's an adults-only live birthday party that I don't want you to miss. So, grab your tickets today for our Thursday or Saturday shows. Can't wait to party with you. Toodaloo!
Toodaloos! Toodaloo! I heard through the grapevine that Joel's show, Dad Bod Dance Off, went quite well.
Nice.
And we'll talk to Joel a little bit later. I think he will be calling in for Ross today to tell us what's happening with Good Sauce.
I need to do some fringing this weekend because I was out of town last week.
Yeah, dude, I need to as well. Do you have buttons, by the way?
I do.
Yeah, I need a button and a pass because I do have to go in there and crush a couple of shows. And I know my wife is in town Friday. We have some stuff Saturday, but I know we're going out at least to see at least 2 shows. I want to see Joel's show for sure.
Yeah.
And there's one other somebody told me about. I can't remember the name of it, though. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Deposit is your 5 o'clock keyword, DEPOSIT. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yo.
What is in the Jackie sack, my friend?
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
Got a pair of tickets to see the Orlando Pride take on Bay FC. This is happening at Inter & Co Stadium, May 29th. That is the ladies playing soccer. Also in the Jackie Sack, a pair of tickets to see Devo at the Hard Rock Live Orlando, August 30th. A concert for you, a little classic alternative from the late 70s, early 80s.
Nice.
I heard something very interesting about Devo's big hit, which is
Whip It.
What's that lick? Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
When a project comes along, you whip it.
But the guitar lick,
Yeah.
what is that? It's a sped up version of Pretty Woman by Roy Orbison.
Really?
Yeah. It's a sped up version of that, and that's it.
Wow.
All right, Deb. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's go with 2.
2 sounds good. Let's go with Rob. Rob, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
Awesome. Want to play a little game with us?
I do.
Let's do it.
No, we're not.
All right, Rob, this is a real easy game, buddy. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is a lie.
What?
But if you can find it, buddy, I'll send you over to see Jack, and you can go and see Devo or some Orlando City soccer, some ladies up there, some Pride soccer. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go, buddy. On this day in 1946, American actress, singer, and television personality, known for being half of a powerhouse entertainment duo in the 70s.
Marie Osmond?
She is a legendary LGBTQ icon.
Cher?
She can turn back time. Cher is the answer. Today is Cher's 80th birthday.
No.
Here are 3 fun facts about Cher and 1 lie that's got you, babe. It's got you. All right, buddy, we're talking about Cher. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, she holds the record for the longest gap between number 1 records from 1974 to 1999.
Woo!
Number 2, she met future husband and business partner Sonny Bono for the first time while serving as his housekeeper. Number 3, her parents were married and divorced 3 different times. Or lastly, Cher and her siblings used to spend weeks at an orphanage because their mother couldn't afford to care for them. Which of those is a lie?
I'm going to go with number 2.
No, that's absolutely true. She was a live-in housekeeper for Sonny Bono, and that's how she met him, and her career started with Sonny Bono.
Whoa.
Never knew that until today.
That is crazy.
Never, ever heard that until today. All right, 1, 3, 4, or 5, Deb?
Let's go 5.
5 sounds good. Let's go with Kevin. Kevin, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Good, buddy. We're talking about the artist Cher. Which one of these isn't true? Number one, she holds the record for the longest gap between number one albums. That's 1974 to 1999. Number two, her parents were married and divorced 3 separate times. Or lastly, Cher and her siblings used to spend weeks at an orphanage because their mother could not afford to take care of them.
Let's do number one.
Number one is the answer, buddy! Now, I have to tell you, that's a really good guess, and you are a winner. 1999 was her Believe. I don't even remember what the name of the song was in 1974, but I will tell you who is the number one artist that did that. She's actually the second in the length, but I think the number one has a caveat because Mariah Carey falls in this as well.
Really?
Brenda Lee released a song back in the day, and I forget what it was. Brenda Lee, for you guys.
Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree?
It was not. That was the one that she got in second. Man, I got to tell you, I think Christmas songs should be kind of taken out of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of an automatic season. And Mariah Carey did the same thing. Her first number one hit was whatever it was. Mm-hmm. And then she gets a lot of credit because that Christmas song is like the Christmas song now.
Yeah.
So she's
All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yeah, she's third on the list. It's 24 years for Cher, but for Brenda Lee, it's like 50.
Oh, wow.
Because she did that song because that song, the Christmas song, went to number one just a couple years ago. And I think the Beatles did this as well because it's all Christmas songs. Yeah, so they didn't it wasn't like a song they wrote, put out on the market, and then it competed with other songs, pop songs being written at that time. It's a Christmas tune, and it went straight to number one.
That's cheating.
I think so, too.
Yeah, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree went to number one in 2023, 65 years after its release.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Right. And it's because, of course, the crazy play it gets for Christmas, for the season, because just like our station over there are plenty of stations that just switch to total Christmas music like right after Thanksgiving.
And that's why she thought she should be deemed the queen
of
Christmas.
Yeah. Cher and her siblings did used to spend weeks in an orphanage because their mom could not afford to keep them, so she would drop them off for a couple weeks, go make some money, and then go get them again. And she said that
rough upbringing
caused quite a bit of trauma in their life. A couple other things you may not know about Cher before we get to the top of the hour. Her actual name is Cheryl Sarkisian.
I believe she's Albanian?
Greek? Is she Albanian?
I'll have to look.
She's one of 6 actors ever to have a number one song and win an Oscar for acting. Can you name the others?
Wait.
She's one of 6 actors or artists to ever have a number one song and an Oscar for acting. So you have a number one tune and then star in a movie and win an Oscar for acting. Cher is one of 6. Can you name the others?
Oof.
This is a Jack Bradshaw thing for sure.
No, yeah.
Come on, buddy.
No, I just need a lot of time to think about it.
Your hero's one of them.
Bruce Springsteen.
No, your other hero. Your New York hero.
Oh, Derek Jeter.
Frank Sinatra's one.
Oh, true. Okay, yeah.
Judy Garland.
It wouldn't be Lady Gaga.
It wasn't, but I got to tell you, I think it, and that's what I thought it was as well because of her, the movie she did with what's his face.
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Star is Born.
Barbara Streisand.
Oh, yeah.
Bing Crosby, and there's one more, and it's the most recent one.
Okay, most recent one.
African American artist.
There goes Taylor Swift.
It's not Whitney Houston.
Mm-mm. Who had a number one hit and starred in a movie and won an Oscar while doing it? And oddly enough, the person starred as a music star.
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx is the answer.
Oh, wow. For Ray.
And then he had
what a good movie that was.
And then the number one hit was it Gold Digger? Did that make it the number one? Was that the number one song that
I
he had?
thought it was Blame It on the Liquor.
Well, Blame It on the, yeah.
I thought it was Blame It on the Liquor. That's still a good tune.
She's the only artist ever to have a number one song in 7 decades. Or 6 decades, yeah.
Wow.
She dropped out of school at 16 years old. And lastly, she sang under the fake name Bonnie Jo Mason for her first commercial hit single because her name was not Cher at the time. And her name has changed like 5 times because she's been married like a bunch.
Yeah.
And she also had a weird situation with her dad and stepdad. So she went through literally 5 name changes in her life. And in 1979, she decided to just cut it and call herself Cher, and that's it.
Wow.
There you go. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Got a fresh keyword for you at the top of the hour. And I think we're going to talk to Joel Warren to find out what's happening for Good Sauce tonight. We'll do that next.
35 years of weird. The Orlando Fringe Festival. Now through the 25th. All the info at orlandofringe.org.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Traveling on 408 westbound, there's disabled vehicle that's still blocking the right lane at the Hiawassee Main Toll Plaza. Shoulder still remains blocked on Greenway northbound at Landstar Boulevard, and I-4 eastbound between 417 and 535 is a slow ride. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the traffic...
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Hurry, offer ends 5/21. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Man, you ever have a plumbing problem at your home and it just freezes, just solid water's coming out of nowhere? You don't know what the hell's going on. Slab leaks, sink leaks. Disposal leaks, all that stuff can be a complete nightmare. You don't want to mess with that because the last thing you want to do is flood your house. That's why it's so important to have a reputable plumbing company on call. And for me, it's easy. Man, it's Modern Plumbing Industries. These guys have shown me the light. They are amazing. From houses to high rises, they can do it all. You'll never get better customer service in your life. They're so amazing what they do. Employee owned. They've been in business since 1975, and they can handle all of your issues: plumbing, gas, water heaters, and so much more. And look, when you book your appointment, please mention the Jim Colbert Show. That's a $50 discount coming your way. You can call today for 24-hour service. It's 407-327-6000, or find them online at modernpi.com.
iHeartMedia presents the Fresh from Florida Groceries Giveaway. 50 lucky winners will each receive a $100 grocery voucher to indulge in Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com/freshfromflorida.
We paint everything they do, and they painted my house as well. I've painted my house in the past. It's not fun, but guess what? It's a lot better when you hire the experts, the pros at We Paint Everything. It's the easiest way to refresh your home for summer. Call my buddy Raphael at We Paint Everything. And they did just an unbelievably great job. They presented me with the color patterns, use quality paint, so many coats, but the trim work is perfect. It's so much better than I could have done on my own. And they did it start to finish in 3 days. It was done, and I have a new home. But it's more than just exterior painting. You want anything inside the home as well: wall, ceiling painting, any finish, any room, trim and detail work. They handle it all. Raphael at We Paint Everything is the man to call. Plus, check this out, which was so important to me because my house really needed it. They fix it before they paint it, replacing wood rot and just making sure and sealing up the home, making sure they do it right. Family-owned company that'll treat you like family with over 75 years of painting experience. Based locally in Winter Park, call them today for a free in-home consultation, 407-657-2000. Or online at wepainteverything.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Orlando knows it's Sutherland. And Sutherland Nissan knows that sometimes you just need a break. A nice long break. So during our month-long Memorial Day event, buy your new Nissan and make no payments till 2027. Hey, that's a break till next year. Plus, get Sutherland for life. Our lifetime powertrain warranty on every new Nissan. Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Online, OrlandoNissan.com. Orlando knows it's Sutherland. No payments for 90 days. Check back to customer for 7 payments, and customer first payment is not until January 2027. See dealer for complete details.
Hey, y'all, it's me, Savannah, and Gatorland's 77th birthday is coming in hot. So join us for Gator Palooza. Monsters in the Morning live on Friday, May 29th. Florida Man Challenge Saturday, May 30th. And the Dunk Tank Competition May 31st on Sunday. Live music, DJs, food, giveaways, and best of all, Florida residents get half off. Come celebrate Gatorland's birthday with us at Gator Palooza. Laugh and make some memories.
At AutoNation, there's no pressure, no surprises, just the keys. Now through Memorial Day, get 0% financing on your favorite new vehicles. You'll save thousands of dollars in interest alone. Drive the car you want today with 0% financing. Don't wait. Memorial Day savings end May 25th. Hurry to your nearest AutoNation dealership. Less stress, more go. Visit AutoNation.com for eligible vehicles. 0 APR for a limited term with approved credit. Cannot be combined with other offers.
Orlando, this is your last chance to see the Storm at home in the regular season. Friday, May 22nd at 8 p.m. The Orlando Storm take on the DC Defenders at the Inter & Co Stadium. It's Hats Off to the Heroes Night as we honor the brave men and women who serve our community and our country. Be there for hard-hitting football, a playoff push, and an electric Friday night under the lights. Plus, the first 5,000 fans get a free Orlando Storm hat. Tickets start at just $16. Get yours now at UFLstorm.com. That's UFLstorm.com. Join the Storm. Experience the chaos.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are solving the unsolvable. Our transplant experts are using new technologies like machine perfusion to increase the number of usable organs, reduce waiting times, and allow more patients to receive life-saving liver, heart, kidney, and lung transplants. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ Bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 9 plant protein bars, 8 hydration mixes, and 4 mushroom coffee sticks. And now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping when you text RADIO to 64,000. Text RADIO to 64,000 to get your 20% off. That's RADIO to 64,000.
Avoid the headaches of a traditional home sale and move on your timeline with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. No showings, no open houses, just a simple, stress-free way to sell your home. Hi, it's Jack, and I'm back in the studio with Mark of Mark Spain Real Estate. Mark, is today's real estate climate still favorable for sellers?
That's probably a question a lot of consumers are asking today. And the answer is absolutely. The market has shifted from the extremes of the past couple of years, meaning we're headed in the direction of a more balanced environment. That means sellers still have strong opportunities to sell quickly and for a good price, especially with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate.
Thanks, Mark. Mark Spain Real Estate is the #1 most reviewed real estate company in the U.S. with over 13,000 5-star reviews. Trust them to sell your home fast and for top dollar. Find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND. G-R-A-N-D. Grand. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
You can watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
P-Vira's Scaravan Sing-Along is back at the Orlando International Theater Festival. The award-winning show that is unlike any other is playing May 21st through the 24th. Hop in her Scaravan for a fun, absurd, and sensational 45-minute group karaoke pantomime drag show. It is steered by drag, skits, games, and hit Latin songs. Get your tickets at orlandofringe.org.
OrlandoFringe.org. The website's easy to navigate and gives you all the answers you need. Excuse me. Your 6 o'clock keyword is GRAND, G-R-A-N-D. Get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Grand is the word, guys. Go get your money. Had a couple winners yesterday. We'd like to add at least one more. We got one more chance for us. Don't forget, 2 more chances with Tom and Dan. 7, 8, 9.
Yep.
Three more chances with those guys.
That's right.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi.
Every single Wednesday, usually we have Ross Padgett dialing in to tell us what's happening on Good Sauce tonight, which airs at 8 o'clock. Unfortunately, he could not make it. He's got a call back, which is good news for him. Also good news for this guy because he gets to spend even more time with us. You guys give it up good and loud for Mr. Joel Warren. What do you say? Hey, first thing first there, J-Dub. How'd the show go the other night, boss?
It's going great. And I had a couple of people say that they heard about it on your show, so thank you very much.
Very much. Actually, it's so funny. Right before we left, a lady texted in and said, headed down to the Fringe to check out Joel's show right now. So we know we got at least one in there for you.
Yeah, I forgot. I got to go. I'll be right back.
So
we do have one tonight.
Oh, you do have one tonight?
We do, but it directly conflicts with Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. So, put a pin in it. You can go later the week.
Well, so we're not going to tell you that Joel's show is tonight at 8 o'clock at the Peach venue at the Orlando Fringe.
Right.
Yeah.
And then this podcast is available anytime you want.
That's right. You can listen to it after you're done watching Dad Bod Dance Off.
Yeah, take that, Padgett.
Do it all.
Yeah. Now, just out of curiosity for Dad Bod Dance Off,
can you still walk?
Did everything go as planned? I know those first shows are a little jittery sometimes.
They're still jittery, Jim.
Yeah.
They're still jittery, only physically. We know all the lines. It's just I still cannot dance.
Yeah.
But I'm trying my best, and we are on the front page of the Orlando Sentinel today. I'm pointing my toe in a tutu. It's a great look. My sons no longer admit that they have a father.
Right, exactly. Right, yeah. They just kind of say the guy who dropped us off. They don't say dad.
Yeah, he's like, oh, yeah, that's all right.
So what are you guys going for Good Sauce tonight?
Well, we kept the dad vibes rolling. We start off talking about iconic TV dads over the years. We have my pick. I was trying to think of who Ross reminds me the most of as far as the iconic television fathers.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I went with Dick Van Dyke because he trips and falls.
Yeah, dude, that's really good. It's so fun, and he's kind of lanky and goofy, like kind of scarecrowish like him too.
And he has a pretty wife that just keeps rolling her eyes, so it kind of checks out.
Yeah. What did they come up with for you?
I think I am like a less handy Tim the Toolman Taylor.
All right.
There's a lot of grunting and talking through fences, but I don't have my own tool show. I have Good Sauce.
I will go with. I'm going to go with. I'll go with Bundy. I'll go with him.
Oh, I'll take that. That's actually way closer.
Wow.
I haven't heard a Al Bundy pull in a long time.
Yeah. I'll go with Al Bundy. Where would Jack fit in there? Jack would be like. Jack is like your Full House kind of guy, like your Stamos or your.
You definitely have Uncle Dad vibes.
Yeah.
One of the other guys. Stamos was probably too cool.
Who would be your TV dad? Who would that be?
Reasonable.
Mike Brady?
Chaos.
Oh, Brady. Mike Brady from the Brady Bunch. Not too bad.
Yeah, definitely a Brady Bunch vibe.
Yeah,
you can handle the chaos of a blended family in the 60s.
That's exactly right. A little too straight for the room.
Yeah.
And he likes having sex with chicks in bell bottoms. I mean, look, it works out great.
I mean, come on. That's Bradshaw all the way.
So what else for Good Sauce? Doing TV dads and what else?
Well, yeah, we go TV dads, and then we bring it home with trying to decide how to redefine Orlando. We're trying to join the ranks. I think we're on the cusp of becoming like a Boston, a Philly. I think we might be edging out of the middle market, but we're trying to figure out what we should be known for. So Ross and I are considering becoming superheroes just so that there's a bit of an identity.
Oh, I like that. And somebody tried that before with that. Was it Master? What was that super? Do you remember that guy, that kind of homeless guy that used to do this thing where he was and the Sentinel did a whole thing on him, and he was like kind of vigilant, and then people found out that he was like this really skinny kind of homeless guy, and we're like, dude, you should probably leave people alone.
And it turned out he was just stealing drugs from people.
What was his name? It was Master or something, wasn't it?
It was. He was in Seattle, I believe. He was like a. Are you talking about one in Orlando?
There was one here, dude.
One.
There
Master
was
P. No, not
it's not Master P. But there was one in Orlando. The guy like had a whole costume, and he had these fake, and he would go around and walk around like in downtown, and he was trying to be like this vigilante thing, and like then when people found out he weighed 140 pounds, he was like almost like, man, you should not be doing this to anybody, buddy. You're gonna get killed.
Yeah, absolutely. Downtown's changed a bit too since then, I think.
Oh yeah. It's not good.
Master Legend.
That's who it was. Yeah, Master Legend. Yeah. And by the way,
that is a great rapper name, though.
Yeah, the Orlando thing is kind of true because I just saw a list today about the best cities to live in Central Florida, and dude, we are way down the list, and it has a lot to do with our downtown. People were talking about in this column about how dead downtown Orlando is, and how it's like one of the worst, considering what our reputation is. That our downtown really doesn't have any life. You have to go out of the area, Winter Park, over off of Corinne to really get, or 1792 and 50 to get any of the real flavor of Orlando. Downtown's nothing.
And that was by design. They did that to downtown.
Yeah, they did. But I still do improv shows down there some Friday and Saturday nights, and there's a crowd that comes in. It's just then they leave real quick,
Yeah, right.
And I think that's down to restaurants and places to hang out where you want to stay, and parking. But this leads me to our final good sauce thing. My son is now hit the road. He's a new driver.
Oh no!
Good luck, Dad.
We were thinking, thank you. We were thinking of like, what are the things that they don't teach you in driver's ed and aren't on the test that should be, or you have as a parent to fill in those blanks, like how to go through a parking garage downtown without holding the car.
Right, yeah, 100%, dude.
How to go through Taco Bell without knocking the sign over.
Right, how to learn how to drive just through a parking lot in general without getting in a crash, because I think that's where most of them happen. It's the worst.
Yeah, and half of the people are looking at those cameras and not behind them actually.
Right.
And it's like that old joke. It's like I got this old TV that shows some guy getting run over every time.
Yeah, how to look at questionable content on your phone while you're driving and not getting a crash, and then have that on your phone when they find you.
Yeah, exactly.
That was not a good look.
Yeah, and my son doesn't really have that much interest in driving, and I think that's a new fad, is that now teens aren't desperate to get on the road, which is odd, because I could not wait to get out of there.
Oh, no, and by the way, I could not wait for my kid. Look, I told this story before. When my oldest was able to drive, I looked at her, and I handed her the keys to the car, and I said, you, my friend, are now the designated driver for the rest of your brothers and sisters. So here's the schedule. You got to pick this one up from baseball practice and drop him off here. Then you have to go to volleyball practice, drop these two off, but don't go far because you got to take them back in 45 minutes. Welcome to my life. You're in hell.
Yeah, here's a spreadsheet. It will ruin your entire existence.
Right, but she couldn't wait to do it. I mean, she was absolutely agog about driving. All my kids were, just because of the freedom of it. And this new wave of kids not wanting to drive, I do not get it for the life of me. If anything, just to get away from your mom and dad for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just trying, and it's cool. It's cool to drive a car, I'm just like, when did all this new stuff become cool? I thought you were supposed to want to smoke cigarettes and drive cars.
Right. That's the whole thing, man. You want to get a car so you can go out and ride and try to find a girlfriend and go do stupid stuff. It's the greatest.
Yeah, and that's just not the vibe anymore, but I'm forcing him to. Much like you, I said, okay, here's now all the places you need to go.
Right, exactly. Right.
This, it'll hopefully get him into it. Because I think once you get a taste of it, of being able to decide where you're going, and then take yourself there and not have to worry about it.
The cost of it, man, is so much now.
I'm willing to pay him to just drive away.
$4.50 a gallon plus insurance on a kid that's like under 18 years old. Oh,
if you're insuring a 16-year-old boy in the state of Florida, it's like buying a boat.
Get out of here. And probably just as safe financially.
Honestly, it's a zero investment. There's just no return whatsoever.
All right, very nice. Good sauce tonight at 8 o'clock. Joel and Ross will be there talking about TV dads, kids driving, and all kinds of fun stuff. The show's a blast. You can check it out on the iHeartRadio app as well, or listen to it live tonight at 8 o'clock. And don't forget, Dad Bod Dance Off, OrlandoFringe.org to find the times. There's a show tonight. And how many more shows after tonight, buddy?
We have tonight, and then we have Saturday at 9:30 and at night, and Sunday at 12:10. It's a lunchtime matinee.
Very nice. Jack?
That was it. I was going to remind him about the weekend shows.
Always good seeing you, buddy. Good and loud for Mr. Joel Warren. What do you think?
Yay!
Very good, buddy. We'll see you soon. All right, 407 916-1041. Text us 77031. Grand is your 6 o'clock keyword. That's GRAND. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. I got a great story about Disney, and I wonder how many people in the audience are parallel to this story. I'll tell you what that is next.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Heads up if you're traveling on I-4 westbound. Currently, the off-ramp to Florida's Turnpike is blocked. There's an overturned truck that's going to be there for quite a while. Another crash on 417 southbound before Narcoossee Road and blocking the right lane there. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Facing production swings or a tough skills gap? Workforce Solutions from Express Employment Professionals makes hiring easier. Find your local office and see how Express can help you hire smarter and faster for contract and full-time jobs. Visit ExpressPros.com.
Man, let me tell you something. Life Imaging FLA came to town about 3 years ago and just absolutely laid it down. 20,000 plus scans, saving 400 to 500 lives. And guys, this is just going to keep going. This is proven technology. Get over and get your heart scanned. It's free, actually, right there at Life Imaging FLA. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And I always ask people to reflect on the times they spend with friends and family, whether it be birthdays, graduations are here right now. Those wonderful times watching your kids graduate from high school and beginning their lives. You want as many of those as possible. And with Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan, that can happen for you. Remember, there are no dyes. You do not take your clothes off. This entire process only takes a few minutes, so do not wait. Do what I did, what my wife did, and what my in-laws did. Get this free scan, just a few minimum requirements, $699 value, and they make it easy to make your appointment. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. It is time to take control of your long-term health care. And while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well. It's Life Imaging FLA.
iHeartMedia presents the Fresh from Florida Groceries Giveaway. 50 lucky winners will each receive a $100 grocery voucher to indulge in Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com/freshfromflorida.
Solar Source is a company that can get you on the road to going solar, whether it is a photovoltaic system, also known as a PV system, to produce the electricity in your home. Maybe you want to heat the water in your pool. Maybe you want to charge your EV. Solar Source can get you there and use the energy of the sun. And now is a great time to contact them because they have the Solar Source Price Rewind event, and that's rolling back to pre-2020 solar pricing. So you could get a new quote today at solarsource.com, and it's your chance to lock in the best price on solar in years. Solar Source is Florida's oldest and most experienced solar provider since 1984, offering an industry-leading 25-year warranty. Go to solarsource.com. Get started today. Get that free consultation. Tell them Jack from Real Radio sent you for exclusive savings.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Whether it's that check engine light, those streaky wipers, or that DIY fix you've been putting off, now is the time to visit Advance Auto Parts, your first stop for parts, service, and reliability. From quick fixes to big jobs, we've got you covered. Need a new battery, brakes, wipers, oil? Everything you need is right here, along with people who really know cars. With Advance, you can always count on fast, friendly, and dependable service. Never settle for anything less. Visit Advance Auto Parts today.
Looking for a workout that doesn't feel like a workout? At Crush Yard, wellness is all about movement, connection, and fun, no matter your skill level. Whether you've never picked up a paddle or you play every week, pickleball gets your body moving and your stress levels down. Adding great food, refreshing drinks, and a social atmosphere, and it's wellness you actually want to show up for. Learn more at crushyard.com.
Here's your spring upgrade.
sun's out, drink in one hand and a free Samsung Galaxy phone in the other. All on unlimited 5G. Switch to Total Wireless and stay connected through every road trip, beach day, and everything in between. Now that's a total power move. Offer ends 7/8/2026 or while supplies last. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires new activation on a Total 5G Unlimited or Max 5G plan, single or multi-month plan. Additional port-in ID verification or device financing requirements vary by device. Purchase limits apply.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Here at Academy, we're putting the outdoors back in Academy Sports and Outdoors, especially for firearms and ammo. Whether you're punching paper at the range or heading to the field before sunrise, you'll find what you're looking for, and probably a few things you didn't know you needed. Trusted brands, tons of options, and undefeatable prices. Right now, get up to $100 off select Canic firearms through May 25th. Academy, fun can't lose. Age restrictions apply. Remember to always keep it safe.
When you've got a one-track mind, you go where the cravings take you.
Welcome to Racetrack.
Breakfast that satisfies. Snacks that sing. Drinks that refresh. It's a stop that pulls you in. We don't blame you for having a one-track mind, because once you stop at Racetrack, no other stop will do.
Same time tomorrow?
You know it. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
So apparently Facebook is still a thing? Search gym members and join our group.
Hey guys, Kurt here. I'm a 20-year master certified technician. The deal with synthetic oils is not all of them are truly fully synthetic. A 1999 law that changed labeling standards meant that they could label them as fully synthetic even though they're hydrocracked versions of crude oil. Some are built molecule by molecule in a lab. Also, that 10K interval is only for normal, ideal driving conditions. Excessive city traffic, etc., walk it back to 5K. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Right on.
Hey, Goldberg crew. So I had a boss when I was really young. He was my buddy's dad, and we did landscaping and like the retention walls. This guy, first thing in the morning, we'd stop at the liquor store and grab a 24-pack of Bud Light, and he'd grab a fifth of Seagram 7, and he would have the leftover fifth of Seagram 7 from the night before to hold them over to get to the liquor store. And then on the way home, it was another 24-pack and another handle of Seagrams, and that would last until the next morning. And he was one of them guys that would shake a lot.
Yeah, know somebody from back in the day who would, on their way to their job, would first stop would be the convenience store to buy a case of beer, put it on ice in a cooler in the back of the truck, and a 3 packs of cigarettes, and off they went. That was a daily thing, every single day. Wow. Now, I don't know if they drank the entire case, but oof, I know dude could get rid of it. I know dude could get rid of it. Yeah, quick like.
We're getting text reports, some traffic woes out there on I-4, especially in the express lanes through downtown, with some of them shut down due to an accident. Last option to exit before all the traffic stops is the Michigan-Cali exit there. So if you normally use the express lanes, just be aware that in the downtown area, they're experiencing some congestion due to an accident this afternoon.
Yeah. Always bad traffic. That express lane is kind of rare for something to happen there, though.
Yeah, by the way, it's the eastbound lanes that's experiencing this. Yeah.
All right, grand is your 6 o'clock keyword. That's GRAND. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
In this business, did we all start at the bottom and work our way up? You started as an intern, right, Jack? Yeah. So you started as an intern. You started as a traffic?
No, news person.
News person, right? Hired right off rip as a news person.
Right off rip.
Right, so
then I paid for it.
Yeah. My story is a little different. My story, along with Russ's from the Monsters, Russ paid for advertising as a promotion for his party store, which was brilliant, by the way. And
it's what you call brokered programming.
Yeah. I mean, you hear somebody here on the station, this block programming and stuff, and then we just kind of got. I don't know what happened. Orlando just kind of liked what we were doing, and we got lucky that way. I had sold my print shop to do radio full time, so I've only known this part of the business. I've never known being an intern. I've never known any of that stuff. I just came in as talking personality and always been this thing. I did work for a company that every single employee, even in the C-suite, started loading on the docks, and that's UPS. I think that's still part of their company tenet is, you start there and you work your way all the way up. At one point, you're loading trucks in the middle of the night and sweating your ass off like everybody else. In 10 years, 15 years, if you do the right stuff and make the right moves, you could have a great job at UPS as a C-suite, as an executive or a director and make incredible money. And by the way, in that world, you don't even have to be one of the directors. I mean, UPS just pays very well to begin with, right? Great benefits, great pay, the whole 9 yards. And that's kind of what leads me to this Disney thing. I think it's very interesting because I don't know that we've ever had a Disney executive at this level that we know for a fact started from the very bottom at Disney and worked their way up. Did you guys know that the current president of Disney started off as a Jungle Cruise skipper?
So is this the guy who's retiring?
No, that's Valley. This is Schott.
Yeah,
the new guy.
Joe Schott is a 40-year veteran cast member and longtime executive at Disney. He'll be the next president of Walt Disney World, and this guy started off as the guy that tells the corny jokes on the Jungle Cruise boat.
Outstanding.
I think that's so awesome.
I think Wanzi got to start there, too.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Man, I have to tell you, I think that's so important. UPS is probably the most put together company I've ever worked for in my life. And I'm not taking anything away from iHeart. This is a completely different machine altogether. These guys do a great job as well. It nothing like UPS. It was like nothing at all like that because you felt that quality because everybody knew every nut and bolt of that company. When you talk to somebody in the upper levels, your manager, their manager, dude, they knew everything. They knew where the vending machines were. They knew what bathrooms were good, not good. They knew where all the hiding places were. They knew it all because they'd been there, and they were the best managers I've ever experienced in situations like that.
I think a company president who used to be an attractions cast member speaks volumes to people who are working as an attractions cast member.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Pretty incredible, right?
Yeah, because I remember when I tried to shake Michael Eisner's hand, I was admonished.
Oh, were you really?
I was told that there are certain days that cast members are welcome to come and shake the hand and genuflect. And I was like, no, man, if I can't shake his hand when I'm on the loading dock of the attraction I work at and he can't handle it, then maybe he shouldn't be president.
His most recent role was president of Disney's Signature Experiences, which is the Disney division that includes the cruise line, the Vacation Club, Adventures by Disney, and the company's resort in Hawaii, plus other stuff, and then moved up. He got hired there at 17 years old as a Jungle Cruise skipper at the Magic Kingdom, which theoretically means this guy could have been my Jungle Cruise skipper at one point in my life.
Oh, yeah, any one of us.
Because he's been there 40 years. I'm 58 years old. That means I could have, at any time during my teen years, when this guy was there, I could have been on a boat. This guy was skippering, and I probably made fun of him, and now he makes fun of me. Pretty crazy, right? I think that's just the coolest thing ever. I would think if you're an employee of Disney and the person that you have to answer to or the person that you look to for guidance or mentorship is someone that you know for a fact has kind of been in the guts of it all.
Absolutely. Like you said, knowing where the vending machine is matters a lot.
It's why representation matters.
That's right.
Of seeing people in the job you aspire to, knowing that there is a path for you as well.
Yeah, 100%, dude. It really does. I think you could not have nailed it more, Jack. Like, it is a thing of hope.
Yeah.
Like, if you're working out there and you're sweating your ass off like Deb used to do in those costumes, and man, look, some of those costumes those guys and girls have to wear are absolutely brutal in the summer. And you go through the tedious nature of going through the Disney thing, having to treat everybody the same way.
It's not tedious once you go through, no, come on now, you get your full dose of pixie dust. You float out to the front of the attraction and you greet everyone happily.
Yeah, for sure, right. And you're doing all that, and you say happily as you can say happily without being happy. But to know that, I would think if I was an employee and that was my guy, I would feel way better about it than if he was just some hired gun.
Well, he's
that
got
was
skin in the game.
That was a former CEO of like Google or Yahoo or anything like that, you know?
If there's anything you guys have probably noticed with Disney people or with Ross and his wife Olivia, it's Team Disney, Team Universal.
Yeah, that's cool.
It really is kind of like a family atmosphere at these places that you work. What takes away from it is that corporate vibe.
Right.
So having this new president come in and say, hey, I used to, I could take you over the route of the Jungle Cruise even today.
Right.
That has to mean a lot to people working hourly jobs.
I would agree 100%. Somebody just texted and said the CEO of Darden actually started as a busboy at Darden restaurants and worked his way up.
See, those are the stories I appreciate the most.
I agree with you. And, in this company for years, our directors were people that were in the business. Like, Chris was a DJ. He was a personality on the air. So when we would go in and have conversations, it was easy to talk to him because he's created an audience before.
Right.
And if you've been in this business, especially in this side of this business, talk, which is way different than like, news or music radio.
Or news.
Talking to somebody who understands the idea of what it takes to create an audience, to nurture an audience, is way different than just talking to some CEO that's a numbers cruncher. It doesn't really serve any purpose for me to go in there and speak to somebody who has no idea what it's like to be behind a mic and spill your entire life out into it for content. They don't know any of that.
No, they don't.
And it's difficult. That's why it was so great having Chris here, because I could talk to him about things like that, and it was great. I knew he'd been in the trenches before. He's dealt with everything that we've dealt with, kind of, I love that. You feel that way, Jack?
It's definitely representation matters for a reason, because on the other side of it, like you said, they have the experience that you are dealing with now. And, whether it's Chris or levels above him, they're in radio. It seems that management comes from either programming or sales.
Yeah.
And typically, because of the business side of it, sales seems to have a lot of representation in those upper levels of management. But it's really important to have representation of programming there as well, because of that understanding of what it is to do these jobs.
Do you feel that, do you guys feel that because of your tenure here in the building, when we have these situations that happen where people get let go, like our beautiful friend Sabrina and our friend Ross, and when they get let go, do you guys ever talk to people in the building who are younger and are just now going through that, and you see them upset? I did this during not this last cut, but the one back that cost our promotions director her job.
Yeah.
And I remember going to the young lady who's doing it now and having a few minutes, and because we were all very upset because there were a number of people who got let go, and watching the younger people in the building deal with this in this business, which is pretty common for us. We've seen friends go over the last 20 years, like every 3 or 4 years, we lose a group of very good friends, and they go off and do their thing, and we stay here. Do you guys feel it necessary to try to do that with younger people, or do you just let them learn about it and deal with it?
No. Anytime I interact with people here at work, and especially the group you're talking to is promotions, that is really the youngest people in our building.
By far,
because that is really as close as you get to an entry-level position,
to get in the building.
For this business.
Yeah, for being a rep. I mean, the only other way you get in is you're being a sales rep. And if you have to have experience there with promotions, you're going to kind of learn that on the go.
And whether it's the dark days when we lose someone, which is always the worst days for us at work, or anything with the business, I'm always trying to teach, or explain and help.
Or offer some comfort. So a lot of times people just get scared because they don't know what the hell's going on. They don't understand what's happening. They hear people in the air for a long time, then they see them getting let go, and they don't know what's going on. So you try to offer some nurturement or some nurturing and some comfort. Deb, you looking at me weird? None of that? All right, very good. All right, 407-916.
I'm too jaded. I just avoid eye contact, not walk in the opposite direction.
1041, text us 77031. What's the safest car in the world? What car company has this?
Volvo used to have the reputation for that.
Go for it. Come on, Jack. Do it.
I'm just spinning these little stories we can't get to on larger segments, so I just want to tell you about this stuff. So you can look forward to a new innovation coming into your seatbelt, by the way, courtesy of Volvo. Okay, so hosts of innovations. These guys, if you look at Volvo's history, it is one of those things. They are by far the safest vehicle out there. The death rates in these cars are really low, and they have really been the forerunner when it comes to a lot of safety features that we enjoy right now for our vehicles, seat belts being one of them. And the new seatbelt is also going to be happening. And although it's in Volvos now, without question, you are going to see this in cars probably over the next 5 years. Any idea what that could be? By the way, they are keeping the innovation as a proprietary invention for them that they can patent and then allow the world. And they did this before. Volvo was the first person to have that three point seatbelt, because remember, it used to just be a lap belt.
Right.
And as I remember, Volvo's the one that introduced the 3-point thing across, and then they actually patent that and then gave the information away to other dealers so people would be safer.
Oh, that's cool. I'm going to go with shoulder harness. It's going to be straight up like a roller
Like an
coaster.
F1
It's just
car.
going to come down over and snap into place.
Or no, it's got the biometric, it sensors where it determines your heart rate if you're sleeping or...
If you're sleeping?
Yeah, if you fall asleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not exactly that, Jack, but you nailed it. AI is now going to be intertwined in every aspect of your life, even in your seat belts. This is going to be a smart, capable seatbelt. And what this seatbelt does is it has a number of sensors that are connected to the belt itself. As it tensions, this belt can tell how fat you are. It can tell where you sit. It can tell how fast the car is going, so that if it needs to pull you tighter, it can do this on impact, by the way, depending on how fast you're going. If it's going 10 miles an hour, the seatbelt will adjust. But if you're going 30 or 40 or 50 miles an hour, the seatbelt will literally pull you into the seat, because it understands the impact that's going to happen using AI and calculating that in real time as you're driving.
Wow.
Yeah, new modern era of safety belt design starts this year when they bring their new EX60 to the market, a connected, smart, capable, and perhaps most importantly, likely to adopt globally by other brands. And it is going to happen for sure.
Good. Maybe it could help pay for gas.
Yeah, maybe so. But that's exactly it. It's going to save more lives, because this is a real multi-adaptive safety belt. It's like no other innovation they've ever had before, because, again, it's tied into AI, and it is basically monitoring every single thing that's happening in your vehicle while you're driving, so it can adjust to keep you the safest while you're driving.
That's what they're saying.
It adapts to circumstances in real time. It says most of today's seatbelts have automatic pre-collision tensioners, but none go as far as the new Volvo tech. More than a belt, they say it's a system that compromises advanced sensing technologies for situational awareness. And you're going to see that across the board, because Volvo will develop it and they'll put it out there, they'll patent it, and then they'll give that patent information to every other car maker so they can introduce this into their vehicles. So that's what you're going to see, AI in your seatbelts. Exactly where you expected it, right, Jack?
Yeah, who knows? It's going to be everywhere.
It is everywhere. For sure. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031.
Needs to be in your toilet.
I was just about to say, pretty soon it's going to be AI in your suppositories.
But then it'll tell you, you're not eating your...
Dude.
Go see a doctor,
I would buy an AI toilet that did that.
Yeah.
I would buy that. They did like a search of your stool sample.
Yeah.
And maybe in your urine to tell you whether or not you have high sugar in your urine.
Yeah.
Dude.
Because that's a sign of diabetes, right? When your urine gets real frothy in the toilet. For us, Deb,
Pretty Litter, you can get that now. It will tell you if there's blood in your urine. And
we had that with a cat.
Do you really?
Yeah, that absolutely loves me, by the way.
Do you ever pee in it?
No, I've never done that. I think I'll do it tonight. This cat loves me, by the way. I've never experienced anything like this.
Oh, he finally found an animal that connects with him.
I sent a picture to my wife last night. I was sitting on my couch playing poker, and my dog was on my right, and my cat, I say my cat, it's not my cat, but the cat jumped up on the arm of the chair and now just looks at me and then does the paw thing where it makes biscuits and then looks at me with this look like, you're the one, dude, and then just curls up against my body. And then sinks its nails into my arm. It sucks, but I just let her do it.
Oh, well, that's a woman.
She's crazy as hell, by the way.
Again.
She's an old street cat, and I let her out to go out, just kind of wander around the yard. And last night, it was like midnight, and I was going to bed, and I hadn't seen her for like 2.5 hours. And I'm like, well, I can't go to bed with her out there, even though I know she's fine. And I won't see her for 2 hours. I walked my property with a flashlight looking for her. Nothing. Nothing, right? And I was freaking out. I'm like, I can't go to bed unless I find this cat. There's no way I'm leaving this cat outside, right? I look for 2 hours. I walk inside. I sit down for 5 minutes. I do one thing preparing for bed, and when I go back out on the porch, she's sitting there meatloafing right on the front porch. She just meatloafs. She sticks all of her paws up under her body and just meatloafs, and then lets her little tail rip while she's sitting there. She loves being outside. It just went from being nowhere to right there instantly. And I get the feeling she was just kind of sitting there the whole time.
Watching you.
Yeah, probably so.
Watch it come out.
Yeah, I took the flashlight because I know her eyes would reflect if I hit him, but I never hit him.
That's why she was hiding. She waited for you to go back inside, and then making it as inconvenient as possible. That's when she showed up.
Always after I sit down, that's when they start scratching the door.
Exactly.
Always wait for me to sit down.
It's just like they wait for you to scoop the litter, and then they take it down.
Oh, yeah.
They love a clean litter box.
Do they really?
That.
Oh, yeah. Once you clean it, that's your cue to go.
But I had a dog that as soon as you poop or scooped, he was like, finally, a clean yard, and he'd go out and put a fresh one out there. Oh,
that's funny because I have to clean her litter box tonight for the very first time. I've never done it before, and I have to clean it tonight because it's doo-doo crazy.
Yeah.
You have a sifter?
Yeah, I got all the stuff to do it. I just don't want to do it. Do you flush it down the toilet?
No.
No.
Why not?
Because of the litter on it.
Is the litter bad for the toilet? Is it really? How do you know that? Are you just making that up because you want to rag on me?
No, it's meant to. The litter is meant to absorb, and it could clog your toilet.
Really?
You're never supposed to put litter in the toilet.
You're making that up?
No.
Really?
That.
What do I do with it? Just throw it in the trash?
Yeah, take it to your outside garbage can.
Can I just throw it in the yard?
Put it in a Publix bag.
Won't it biodegrade if I just throw it in the yard?
No, then you're going to have lumps of doo-doo covered cat litter in your yard.
Real quick, we were talking earlier with Cora, Save the Manatee, about fertilizers going into the water. We did get a talk back. We didn't get a chance to play today, but they said they did a test, and what's more damaging than it's basically the improper use of fertilizer causing that runoff, but if you use it properly, it's a lot safer. He said by far what is worse, animal feces out there. And, especially dog feces.
Really?
Then raining
washing
and that becoming all the nitrogen in that going into
wow, I would have never guessed that.
The only time that feces is good is if it's a plant eating animal.
Right, yeah, and you use it for manure or whatever. Yeah, cows,
but, know, cats and dogs eat a meat-based diet.
Right,
so it's terrible to leave it out there.
All right, 407-916-1041, text us 77031 Deb News.
Yeah, this is the first state to ban prediction markets.
Oh, really?
Lake County discusses how to preserve rural land.
Rural's a tough word.
It is rural.
It
is a tough word.
If I say rural juror.
Rural.
Oh,
no.
Rural
Arnold
juror.
Palmer.
Oh, no. And then Nathan's hot dog eating champ got into a bar fight.
Joey Chestnut?
We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
All right, back in a sec.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hey, this is Central Florida, Fox 35, Storm Team Meteorologist Snell Bergen here. Partly cloudy out there today. A couple of thunderstorms this evening, mainly areas west of Orlando, moving towards Tampa. Pretty similar for Thursday and Friday. Looking at humidity, though, that's the big headline for Memorial Day weekend. A noticeable uptick. Heat index each afternoon will be 100 to 105 in most locations, especially Sunday and Monday. If you're heading to the beaches, looks good, just a little windy over the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
This is Ross Chastain, NASCAR driver and your Fresh from Florida farmer. As America marks 250 years, we celebrate the dedication of Florida's farmers. Their hard work ensures that every bite is harvested at its very best. Fresh from Florida. Trust is grown here.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for financing too, with rates as low as 0% APR on select new Kias. And a helpful finance team working to get you approved, even if your credit isn't perfect. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com. With approved credit. Offer expires 6/5/26.
Join the Monsters in the morning for a one-of-a-kind live event. Monsters Live at Night. Presented by Just Call Mo and Mills Air. June 5th at the historic Mount Dora Music Hall.
It's an uncensored monster experience you can't hear on the radio or watch on YouTube.
This special live show features outrageous stories, surprise guests, wild stunts, and answers to your uncensored questions with absolutely no recording allowed. If you want to experience it, you have to be there. Special guest house band Bad Santa and the Angry Elves, plus the pre-show selfie meet and greet featuring your favorite members of the Monster Universe, including Jeff Howell performing live in the lobby during the meet and greet. This is your chance to see the monsters completely unleashed, raw, unpredictable, hilarious, and totally uncensored. One night only, June 5th, Mount Dora Music Hall. Doors open at 6 p.m. Details and tickets at realradio.fm/night.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
You've taken allergy meds for years. Are they helping? Congestion, drainage, still there. And that sniffle just doesn't stop. Experts say common allergy pills are associated with depression, weight gain, even dementia. Do you really want to be taking those for years on end? Aspire Allergy and Sinus helps thousands with treatment that actually works, so you can say goodbye to allergies for good. Go to AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Subject to credit approval and down payment.
The time is now. It's time to get a car. It's a great time to do it. It's zero down to get one. Your credit don't matter. Your past don't matter. Your score don't matter. The time is now to get a car. It's zero down. You can get a car. Your credit don't matter. Your past don't matter. That repo don't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm talking to you, directly to you. You don't need money. It's zero down. Your credit is bad, and it's okay. We deal with these type of things every day. Cinco de Mayo, it's all month. It's a sale. We doing it all month. Where you don't need money, it's zero down. You can walk right in and drive right out. The time is now to get a car. It's zero down. DaytonaMitsubishi.com.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office, Orlando.
Get ready for Memorial Day grilling with huge savings on premium brands at Tools Ace Hardware now through May 31st. Great deals on top grills from Weber, Napoleon, Big Green Egg, Gosney, Rectech, and more. Save up to $200 on Big Green Egg packages. Stock up on accessories, including 25% off Blackstone griddle accessories. Tools also has a huge selection of gourmet sauces, rubs, and seasonings, including Meat Church. Get free assembly and local delivery on all grill purchases $3.99 and up. Shop at any of their 14 Central Florida locations or online at acehardware.com. Tools Ace, your backyard place.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
My AC stopped working.
You again.
I need my AC fixed.
You're quite the pest.
I should have called Frank Gay.
But should have called Frank Gay.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need your air fixed, don't call the wrong place. Frank Gay has helpful operators and techs that will have your AC fixed in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial free all Memorial Day weekend. Smooth sailing with the greatest from the 70s and 80s. Just open the free iHeart app, search Yacht Rock, and start listening now.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call #250 keyword HeartScan.
Hey, boys and girls, our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead. So looking ahead on Real Radio tomorrow on The Monsters. Let's see, it's a Thursday edition. That means Daisy Del Toro. And I think there's going to be some psychoanalysis happening on The Monsters tomorrow. Tune in for that, won't you? And when it comes time to look ahead for you and your family's future in the world of family law, trust Ray Trenley and the team at TK Law online at onefirmforlife.com.
Obviously, this is why YouTube was created. Obviously, at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey, Jim Colbert Show, Sue in Melbourne. Ross, I'm going out of town. Dude, I'm so bummed I'm going to miss you. Scott Maxwell, looking good, Channel 6 the other morning with Matt Austin. And I have read every Carl Hyacin book. And our state dictates his narratives. Hello? Wake up, people! I love you guys.
Jimmy, from forking other people's lives to now you want BH pics with AI. You're on a roll today.
Did I say that?
Well, it doesn't surprise me that veterinarians might do drugs. I mean, after all, they got to test those horse tranquilizers and other kinds of pain relief for animals on themselves to make sure they work all right.
I think what the other guy was referring to was the fact that AI in your toilet, it would be taking pictures.
Ah.
Yeah.
Although someone did text and say a toilet company in Japan has just released a toilet that analyzes your stool.
Yeah.
And your urine.
The text only said stool, so I don't know about urine.
No, we're going to say it's urine too.
I will not buy a toilet that discriminates.
Yeah. Come on, Deb.
I will never do it.
I'm surprised you're taking that side of this.
Oh, always.
Whatever. I'm both sides of that aisle, poop and pee.
Yes, you are.
I'll take that as a compliment. Because
It is.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Don't explain it if it's not. I appreciate that. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks again for tuning in today, guys. We appreciate that. Hope you had a good time listening to us. We love doing it for you.
Yeah, we do.
I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Sure.
Coming up tomorrow for us, it is the second appearance of Chloe Greenberg to find out what's going on in Orlando, courtesy of the Orlando Weekly. Also, we'll have Glenn Clausman in for Colbert Court tomorrow as well.
How'd that go last week?
It was good. She did a really good job.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, she's awesome. You're going to like her. She's like, how would I explain Chloe? She's young, very engaged, got a tiny bit of nerd in her. I like that. A little
perfect.
Yeah, she's great, man. Been with the Orlando Weekly for like 4 or 5 years doing this. She absolutely loves her job, and she'll make her second appearance with us tomorrow.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me as well. Deb, let's do You Heard It Here first.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on the Jim Colbert Show.
Minnesota has become the first state to outlaw prediction markets. Governor Tim Walz signed a public safety bill this week prohibiting online platforms where people can bet money on the outcomes of events. Prediction markets get around local sports betting restrictions by selling bets as financial contracts like commodity markets. Federal authorities filed a lawsuit Tuesday to block the prohibition, arguing prediction markets should be exclusively regulated by federal officials. I wonder why.
Oh, no.
The Minnesota law takes effect in August. An effort is underway, thankfully, in Lake County to make sure rural areas stay rural. That's what County Commission Chair Leslie Campione said Monday at a joint workshop with officials from 14 cities. They discussed how to protect rural land from being bought by developers. Mount Dora Mayor James Homich says there needs to be a mechanism in place countywide involving all the cities and towns. Campione tells Spectrum News 13 the first step is for cities and towns to agree to stop annexing county land for development. If that rancher ever goes away on 46, I will cry.
Oh, yeah, no joke.
And then finally, Nathan's hot dog eating contest champ Joey Chestnut isn't letting his run-in with the law keep him from competing this 4th of July. Oh, no. Chestnut was sentenced to 180 days probation after he pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor battery charge in April. According to Us Weekly, the 17-time hot dog eating champ Camp was in a bar back in March shaking hands with a guy who recognized him before slapping the alleged victim in the face. Chestnut told police he was, quote, pretty drunk, end quote. Didn't remember the situation, but he does remember he's set to defend his championship this summer since he was granted a petition to travel outside the state of Indiana where the incident happened and where he lives.
Yeah.
So
very nice.
is he back doing the hot dog at the Coney Island,
Yep.
or is he still doing his own thing?
They let him back at Coney Island.
Yeah, they let him back. They,
Right,
they suspended him from 1 year. Nathan's did because he
Yeah.
did something else, and then they let him back because he's the draw.
Yeah, and then he started, repping Impossible Meat or whatever, and Nathan's is like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, he's the guy, man. And by the way, Joey Chestnut, not a small dude. He's a big dude.
Well, he should be.
He's bigger than you think he is, that's for sure.
Either way, you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Awesome, Deb. Who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank Cora Burcham with the Save the Manatee Club. Also want to thank Scott Maxwell with the Orlando Sentinel columnist. Joel Warren with Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. Just in case you missed Animal House, Scott's segment, or Joel filling us in on what to expect on tonight's episode 109 of Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. All 3 podcasts have already been posted at The Jim Colbert Show. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen, Candace Rich, and Alicia Bulware for running our YouTube chat.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Plus, Ross will be with us tomorrow. Jack, question of the day?
In our YouTube chat, you can always answer it there. We'll talk about it now. And the question was, what do you do with the film or foil seal on cream cheese, cottage cheese, sour cream, etc.?
Right. I think most people tear it off and throw it away. The choices are throw it away or keep it on there, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I think most people tear it off and throw it away. I'll say 62% tear it off and throw it away.
73.
Yeah.
Wow, you feel better about the world?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to rub this in my daughter's face.
Yeah.
Take that, you and your baby.
And then check under the bed for more forks.
Yeah, no joke. Let's get the hell out of here. All right, big show coming up tomorrow, guys. Tune in for sure, 3 o'clock. We'll see you then for sure. On behalf of Deb and Jack, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning. After us, it's, Tom and Dan with the corporate time. It is Good Sauce. And, of course, our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Wednesday evening.
And go put some hump in your day. Bye.
Lord have mercy.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's an accident